So, anyways, who wants to recap?
Yeah, this will be useful for me because it tells me what you remember about the plot, which is important.
Okay,
in an investigative game.
we were investigating the murder of a young woman.
Yep. The chief suspect is sitting right across from me. I point at Corey.
Yes. Corey had an adventure in which he essentially incriminated himself.
Yep.
And then right before he entered the room in which he would further incriminate himself, to a T, he went, probably not a smart idea for me to incriminate myself. I will not do this. So he walked away. And then the police arrived. We conducted, we'll call a thorough investigation of the crime scene.
Sure.
We'll call it that. You know.
You poked a corpse, you looked at an alley, and you talked to a maid.
It's thorough for the 30s.
Sure.
And then we went on an investigation to find the owner of the house in which the young lady was found. I don't remember these names, I'm sorry.
The dead girl was named Rebecca Fabler. The missing gentleman was named Eric Calhoun.
And then, so we were looking for Calhoun, and we looked around a lot of places. Eventually we looked around his office, talked to his secretary. The secretary said he had a lot of appointments with a Frank, I believe it was.
A Frederick Pines.
Oh, a Frederick Pines. Had a lot of golfing appointments, but the weird thing was he didn't own any golf clubs, and these appointments seemed kind of random. So we were able to track down Frederick Pines, and when we got to the house, my character, James Dalton, proceeded to get a little bit aggressive because
We all proceeded to start waving a gun around.
I brandished the gun first.
Brandish means waving it around.
I was rubbing it, like caressingly, like just caressing the gun. I was like, look at this pretty
In
gun!
a far more disturbingly sexualized fashion.
And proceeded to panic
At that point,
Frederick.
I went to the other side of the building.
And
Discovered.
basically blew our whole case open.
Basically went off the grid that panicked us.
Yes. In which he discovered Calhoun and
Proceeded to
help him
flee
escape.
Calhoun.
No, help.
Proceeded to actually aid and abet in his
Yeah.
escape.
So, further incriminating himself, but, whatever.
Not that you know about that bit.
No. I pulled up my gun at Frederick Pines. He proceeded to run and get in the car and drive
Also,
away.
I'll point out, shot at him several times.
Yeah, I did. It's just,
Yeah, shooting at a fleeing unarmed suspect.
1930s, not that odd, actually.
he is resisting
Shooting a
arrest.
fleeing man in the back was actually not uncommon.
He is resisting arrest. He was coming right away from me.
He was coming right from me.
Luckily, we managed to find Calhoun because Corey said, "Oh, go to my place," and
Well, before he said that, I specifically mentioned
Yes, Jeffrey called it.
yes, he's like, "I want to go
In
to."
advance. Because Corey is apparently somewhat predictable.
Yeah. So then we found Calhoun, talked to him, found out he is homosexual, and then went, oh, and because our group is more progressive than the 30s, we
Yes.
lied to the chief and said he has an alibi, so he is let go from the case of the murder.
Yep, he was sent home. He was advised not to leave town, obviously.
Yes.
or else he would
It is
never
still
play
an open
golf
invest-
again.
Yes, I believe there was a threat, something to that effect.
Whoa. Again, threat is a strong word.
Motivate with suggestion of bodily harm. That's
I
right.
believe
Yes.
you forgot the moment where I bought a police officer pie.
Yeah,
Yes.
my partner.
And then got to drive his police car.
And proceeded
Because
to...
while I was doing that scene, I forgot you were talking to a cop for a second. So it's like, wait, right. Well, I already said it. Apparently he's an idiot.
proceeded to take the police officer's car to pick up somebody randomly.
Yep.
Didn't explain
Pick
it to
up
the
his
police
attorney.
officer. But the
He
police officer...
did explain. He said he was picking up his attorney.
Oh, okay. I was just like...
There's also an important thing you skipped over entirely. You went to visit Rebecca Fabler's family
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
and spoke to her father.
And proceeded to piss him off.
Oh, whoa.
Someone
Someone.
who shall remain Daniel
Why are you looking at me? I was being nice for once.
pissed off her father, who took a swing at him.
Yeah.
Before that, however, you did find that she does the accounting books for the Sounds Foundry, the Rainsborough Foundry. whatever the name of that foundry.
And we learned really sketchy stuff.
Rainsbow City Foundry, yep.
She was into physics.
And
She did like physics. She apparently liked math. She was doing accounting books for their foundry, and she had noticed just an oddity. It's not really something suspicious, so much as just kind of from a business perspective worth noting, is that the Bryson Motors company, which is a company that makes motor cars in Rainsboro, does not purchase enough steel from the foundry to account for the number of cars they produce, which would suggest that they have some other source for the metal or that they're not using as much metal as they should. So yes, that left you suspicious of one Robert Bryson.
yes.
So, what was the poofter's name?
Eric Calhoun.
Eric Calhoun.
Also, massive feud between Eric Calhoun and Bryson Motors.
Yes. With the advent of the motor car, rail companies are swiftly being put out of business.
Yes.
As a result, Eric was using his political connections that he'd established in his times as railway baron to basically try and make Robert Bryson's life a living hell by having frequent inspections foisted on him, trying to get laws enacted to scramble attempts to construct cars. So with that, you guys are currently at the police station. It is coming on probably late in the day now. Late afternoon. You had a rich full day of investigating, talking to people, traveling around, getting into a car chase / gunfight. Notably, Frederick Pines did escape and is currently on the run. You have a bolo out for him. What would you like to do here?
I
Hanging
believe
around
we
your
should
police
check
station.
out the foundry.
Should we remove the APB for Frederick?
He is still guilty of severe property damage. He drove a car through someone's lawn.
Yeah.
Eh,
No, we'll take him in for that. He straight up did it.
yeah,
Like,
kind of our fault, but, well, no.
he's running from the police. Period. No.
Yeah, nobody runs from me. For long.
Take out his kneecaps. He won't run anymore.
Although he totally got away.
Anyway,
Alright.
as you're heading through the police station together, discussing your case, you all hear a loud alarm siren start sounding. It sounds like a fire alarm.
How are we in a car or are we what?
You're in the building.
Oh.
The fire alarm of the police station is currently going off.
Oh.
I grabbed the shoulder of one of the staff nearby. What's going on?
I don't know. Fire alarm. He's making his way toward the door.
Yeah.
Further into the building? Can I, like,
There's a fire alarm. I'll go deeper into the building.
is the alarm omnidirectional in sound? Or
Yeah,
is it...
there's several alarms going
Oh,
off.
fuck, okay.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot we can do at this point.
I'm just gonna
apart from
book it down a
leave.
hallway looking for...
Smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see any smoke. You do, however, see a older-looking woman. Looks in her late 40s. She looks kind of confused. She's standing by an emergency exit, which says, emergency exit use only, warning, door alarmed, in big bright red letters. And it's currently open. She looks just kind of confused. Looks like she opened it by accident.
I would like to walk up to her and ask her, "Hello, ma'am, did you open this door?"
Oh, yes. What's going on?
This door is actually alarmed. It is for emergency use only.
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. I'm sorry. I have a lot of.
No problem. Just come with us, please. We're just gonna lead you out. And
Yeah, we were gonna head out of the building anyway.
yeah.
All right.
We'd like to. Do I know where to shut down the alarm?
The fire department has the ability to shut down the alarm. When they eventually
Yeah.
arrive, they will probably do that.
Goddamn.
Till then, there is a loud noise.
All right. So yes, we will walk out of the building
I
into
like
the
to assume the
marshalling
fire
area.
department is across the street. They just from the coffee looked over, didn't see any smoke. They're like, "Fuck them, they can sit on that for a minute."
Classic feud. Of
Apparently,
fire
the
department
emergency
cops.
services hate each other.
Yeah, it's a classic feud.
In my experience, it's not.
In terms of competitiveness, it is. Basically, we're not in any real. Who's the coolest?
Oh.
Oh god. So you're saying that everyone in the department is currently outside while I'm driving someone's car?
Probably.
A police car.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, we'll take everybody outside to the marshalling area, and we'll talk to the old lady. So like, what were you doing in the police station, ma'am?
Oh, I came here to identify my daughter.
Are you Mrs. Fabler?
Yes.
Okay. Well, once the alarm gets cleared up, we can help you out with that.
I had already done that. I was just
Okay. We're sorry to hear about your loss. We are the lead investigating team
We are hot on the case.
on your daughter's murder.
I thought you caught the man.
No.
This Calhoun guy.
he had an alibi.
He's getting a chair, right?
It's not him.
He has an alibi.
I mean, it's him. Who else would it be? She was in his house.
Yeah, we're thinking she
couldn't-
wasn't actually killed there. Should we
Um,
the bodies?
I don't know how much information we should be giving her.
Oh, right.
This dame could be in on it.
Yes,
That-
I'm sure
that-
this elderly woman is.
Yes, obviously the
Miss-
mastermind of the whole
okay,
operation.
Mrs. Fabler, please don't listen to them. It's
So they're talking. I will note they are talking. If they're getting that information,
no, Mrs. Fabler.
she is going to turn away from you in disgust. Start walking across the parking lot.
about your loss.
I am fine being the pariah of the group.
Like,
You do hear her say, "Idiots." She's walking away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let her walk away. I don't
Okay.
want-
Fuck, we might have lost a clue.
Anyway, as you're standing and they're watching her walk away, a car pulls up. It's a police car. It's currently being driven by this guy, and your partner is sitting in the passenger seat. There are numerous officers and staffers standing in the park car looking, going, "The fuck?"
O'Toole, what the hell?
He's looking around at everyone who's noticed him. He says, "Help, please, he's kidnapped me."
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Well,
Remember, I taught you to lie.
well,
The other officers have heard this and are currently dragging you out of the car.
Oh, hey!
yeah, pull out my firearm. Just like, don't run.
You resist. Stop resisting.
Pretty much. It appears O'Toole has recognized his error and is attempting to correct it.
On the bright side, I have my water.
But your lawyer goes, well, he's got you dead to rights on that.
It's like, the lawyer's probably more like, "Wait, did you kidnap this guy?"
No!
As you're lying there being hit with sticks, she says, "I advise you not to say anything, sir."
All right. I think that's enough interrogation, guys. All right. Let's just let's break it up.
They will haul you off to the back room, interrogation room, along with your attorney.
yeah, I think that guy's more likely to be the culprit than Calhoun.
Eventually, your attorney. Do you have any credit rating?
Yes.
You can spend a point of it if your attorney argues them down to a fine and community service.
It's what you get for kidnapping Calhoun without our knowledge.
Kidnapping an officer.
Fortunately, you are acquitted of most suspicion regarding Rebecca's murder. You're not off the suspect list,
No.
but you're lower on it.
Yes. All right. So, team.
O'Toole is suspended.
You had it coming, buddy. I'm a little disappointed.
With pay, obviously.
Well, duh.
What is this?
What do you mean with
Wait, there's
pay?
suspension without pay?
Not for the police department, no. It's real hard to get suspended without pay.
Which is why I was confused. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You'd have to leave a lot of bodies
You have to, like, shoot your commanding officer.
in front of a news reporter.
No, you have to shoot him and he survives.
Yeah.
Then you get suspended without pay.
In front of
'Cause
witnesses.
fuck you, buddy.
In front of witnesses. It's got to be in front of witnesses.
No, I'm pretty sure he will just suspend you without pay for having shot him.
So, Steel Foundry?
You could go to the Steel Foundry, you could
Because-
go to Bryson Motors, you could
Oh,
go to
sorry.
sleep.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
I meant the motors.
we should probably go to sleep. We haven't rested in a while.
It has been a full day.
Yeah.
Okay, have we lost any stability or health yet?
No, you haven't been seeing weird shit yet.
Okay.
All you've seen so far is a dead body.
And we haven't fought anybody except for me shooting at one guy
Yep.
who was running away unarmed. Probably
You do
half
refresh
naked.
your firearms pool.
I will do so.
Will you refresh your general abilities?
Yes. I will go rest.
Sort of. You can do that. I would advise against doing that right now. Because the thing is, the thing where you refresh 3 of your general abilities, you can only do that once per investigation. So you might want to save that.
We will save that.
Your ability, athletics, driving, firearms, fleeing, piloting, riding, scuffling, and weapons, however, fully refreshed. In your guys' case, I'm guessing it's athletics, driving, firearms, fleeing,
Firearms probably. Firearms.
I do like that firearms is listed twice in this list.
Because they're like, just in case you didn't catch it.
Driving firearms, being firearms violating.
It's like, just making sure if you didn't catch it, you need to know.
I just closed it.
Shoot the guns.
The things, the
Which
athletics,
ones are you leaving
driving.
down?
Driving. Yeah,
I'm just putting check
you're
marks
good.
for reference.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Would that be if we chose to do that now?
Those ones just refresh every time you sleep.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's whenever 24
I
hours
think
of
we
game
should
world
sleep.
time elapses.
I think we should
have a
sleep.
rest. Yeah. Athletics,
Especially because
Yeah.
going to the Bryson
Driving.
Road in the middle of the night is kind of
Yeah.
weird for cops.
fleeing,
Yeah,
Well, my
Piloting.
character's going to drink himself
Yeah.
stupid first,
Riding.
then sleep.
yeah.
Isn't that how
Scuffling.
everybody sleeps?
Yeah,
and weapons.
yeah.
Oh wait, no. Prohibition.
I
You're
really
right.
should just write that up.
Yeah.
Don't say that. I didn't hear anything. La la la. I'm a doctor. La 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 la.
Interesting note: consumption of alcohol is not technically illegal. Manufacture, storage in barrels or bottles, and selling it is illegal.
So
Wouldn't
if
the
you had,
purchasing of it also be illegal?
Selling it is, purchasing it is not.
if you just had cans of alcohol,
Basically, if you
okay.
have a cup of liquor, that's not actually illegal. Although they're gonna ask questions about where you got it.
Yeah. All right.
I confiscated it.
Also, it is still legal for religious use.
Yep.
So Catholics can still do communion, for example.
Yep.
It is also legal for medicinal use. And there is such a thing as an alcohol prescription,
Also,
which
wacky
lists
tobacco.
type of drink. You don't get a prescription for alcohol, you get a prescription for gin.
Prescription for
specifically
tequila.
gin.
Gin and tonic. Let's be clear. With a lime. It's got to be with a lime.
No. I found it to be like the actual prescription card you get given. It's ridiculous.
I
yeah,
mean,
he's been helping us out with that.
like,
Probably, yeah.
that's why my credit rating's pretty decent.
That might be why your credit is decent, actually.
No, I actually come from a well-off family. But it probably improved a little bit.
Anyway, you guys going to your various homes and whatnot?
Yes.
Taking a nap? Alright.
I'm going to call my secretary and clear my appointments.
Sure.
For a couple days.
That woman who comes in every week because her foot hurts, you keep telling her that's because she's blind and keeps stubbing her fucking door.
Yeah. No, I prescribe padded things in your room.
Yeah.
Steel toe boots.
You keep trying to
Or
tell
that.
her that's because you sleepwalk and stub your toe.
Yes, I prescribe steel-toed boots to be worn at all times.
Hobnail, preferably.
Were those
It's
even
really
invented at
terrifying
that
car.
point?
Steel-toe boots? I think so. I'm not sure though.
Meh.
I have no idea.
We'll just say it is.
I looked up. Apparently, Converse All-Star sneakers do exist, although no one wears them outside of sports athletes.
How?
So yeah, you can actually find tennis shoes, but it's just there's no fashion for wearing them outside of sports.
All right. So wake up in the morning, I guess.
Yeah, you are actually awoken to. You actually are awoken to the sound of a phone ringing.
And of course, I'm hungover. Light a smoke. Go
Getting
over
that
to-
prescription's worth out of it.
take a drag out of a cigarette, then pick up the phone. Hello?
Hadrian, we need you down to the Wilmot rail yards. They found a body.
Who?
Calhoun.
Ah, crap.
Why
I'll be
is
right
it
there.
always the rail yards?
I'm going to assume I somehow got your guys' numbers.
You have
Well,
my number.
He works for the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's followed you around ever since the war.
So I'm just calling everyone up and going, hey,
And he's staying with you, locked up in a cage.
I'm Detective Hadrian. This is the medical examiner. This is my publicist. My biographer.
No. He's his publicist / lawyer, where he just goes, all right, whoa. He just resolves situations for him.
I am a blogger. Do you have law? Please tell me you have law. That'd be perfect. Oh, no.
Nah.
I'm the one with
That'd be
2 points
hilarious
in law.
if you were just his legal counsel because he kept putting his foot in his
No,
mouth in every
I know.
investigation.
No, I have 2 in law. I know just enough to not break any laws, or at least to get away with it. Anyway, I'm like, hey, remember that proof we arrested? Yeah, Calhoun. He's dead. We gotta go to the rail yard.
All right. Let's go pick up our meat shield.
Wait, what?
Meat shield.
Ah,
Meat
okay.
shield. Okay. To be fair, that's basically what he is. We're a team of investigators who carry a criminal with us. Who does that other than for a meat shield?
Who are we kidding? I'm already there. My car is burnt. My car is on fire.
No. You have community service.
All right.
Once they're done investigating, you're supposed to clean up a crime scene. You get to put a horribly mutilated body in a bag and spray something down.
Alright. So yes, we go pick you up and head to the rail yard. I bring my doctor's bag, which includes my 1911. For whatever reason.
Good. You arrive at the rail yard proper, making your way through over the little tracks and around various parked locomotives and carriages. You eventually make your way over to one rail carriage, which you can see has a very large dent depression in the roof of it, and you can see some blood has streaked down the side.
So what happened here?
There's an officer on scene who says, the day god found him. Calhoun, he's smashed into the roof there.
How'd he get on the roof?
Oh.
Is there a ladder on the side of the train car?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb up.
Well, if there's an indentation, I'm assuming like he fell like off a bridge onto the rail car as it was moving.
Or... Sure, yeah. I wouldn't know anything else. Yeah, bridge.
There's no bridges in the area.
I climb up
Over here.
and look down
Is there
at
a
the bottom.
crane or anything?
Yeah, there's a crane in the rail yard.
Alright,
Shipping crane.
he fell off the crane.
You, climbing up the dock, can find the body of Eric Calhoun. It's not a pretty sight. He appears to have smashed into the roof of the rail carriage, creating this deep depression that his blood has just pooled into, leaving him in a pond of his own swiftly rotting bodily fluids. You can actually give me a stability check looking at that. It's pretty gross.
2.
Dude, lose one.
What's up there?
So you're like, fuck.
It's a body. It's Calhoun. He's
You can give, do you have medicine or forensics?
I have 1 in forensics.
Okay.
I could also do evidence investigation.
Possibly. Eric for 0. Eric has been badly mutilated. He suffered several stab wounds, many broken bones, and he has a ligature mark around his left wrist. He's missing several teeth as well. If you want to spend a point, you can get more.
Okay, I'm going to spend a point.
Sure. Examining the body more closely, you can note that the sharp force injuries seem to have come from at least 5 different shapes of blades. The number and severity of his broken bones and other blunt trauma wounds are consistent with a single forceful impact, such as being hit by a car or falling from a great height. The ligature mark appears to have been made by some sort of cable. It does not match the ligature mark you found on Rebecca Fabler's body.
I was gonna ask that.
I knew you would.
Guys.
It's really obvious.
Somebody did a number on this man. This is gang work. Like 5 different knives, dropped from a high height.
Like a Caesar death?
Yeah, and 2, Brutus.
Looks like he may have pissed off all his ex-boyfriends.
Dude,
Are you guys climbing up to investigate?
dude, not in public. Don't say that. God.
Yeah, what if the chief hears that we let him walk when we do that? You know how fucked we'd be? More fucked than him.
Wow, not more fucking than that. Like,
Well, at this point, true.
yeah, I climb up and because I have to go build the body
I'll
anyways.
say you don't have to make stability. You're a medical examiner. This is not the worst you see.
Yeah.
It's super gross.
Yeah, and I'm like, all that
But at least
blood.
it's not a 5-year-old with identical injuries. Being a medical examiner is not fun.
So, I see all that blood and I'm like, God damn it, that's gonna make my job a lot harder.
Yep.
Somebody get a body bag up here.
Somebody get like a shop vac, like a wet dry vac.
And
Emphasis on wet.
Towels. A million towels.
Do we have wet dry bags? Yeah, no.
You barely have
Somebody get a
vacs.
pump up here.
You barely have vacs.
Could I burn some points in evidence collection?
You could burn a point of evidence collection.
Yeah, sure.
Right. You've feeling a bit queasy from the site. You've hopped down from the carriage proper, and your foot lands something that goes crunch. Looking down, you can see you've stepped on a piece of broken glass. Glancing up, you notice that the yard lights, they're like street lights. They just put them in rail yards to illuminate the place at night. You can see it's been broken. Curiously, you check around, you'd find that several other light poles have also been broken, all of them around where Calhoun's body is. You also, poking around, looking around where you step, you find a couple of bullets on the ground that have been flattened out, like they impacted something very hard. With the spend, you can actually climb up the light pole way or stand on something to look at it. You can tell it wasn't destroyed by gunfire. Like a bullet would have just gone in and punched a hole out the back. This looks like it was smashed with something.
Could it have been... Is there any blood or anything? Could have been that the lamps
No
were
signs of
smashed
blood.
with him.
No signs of blood, but I mean, that's possible.
Could have been
Wait.
shockwave.
But how did
All of you roll stability at the stupidity of that suggestion.
how did he fall onto here and smash those lights from the crane? That's the only place he could have fallen from.
Okay,
King Kong escaped. He picked him up, smashed him against all the things, then slammed him into
King
the...
Kong's
Can I spend
not
a
real.
point in
what
physics?
if... Okay,
Physics? You don't have to spend a point. You know that his impact would not have caused these lights to break.
what if...
You also know that if he was actually swung around into the light poles, there would probably be blood on them, unless the stab wounds occurred later. He would also have more specific blunt force trauma. Like, all the blunt force trauma he has is from a single solid impact. If he was actually dragged and swung around into things, he would have impacts on multiple sides of his body.
Yeah. Like, the only place he could have fallen was from the top of the crane, one of the train cars, to make it down like this, right? That's the only place around here, at least.
You do know that, also, I will say for nothing, you do know this railyard is owned by Calhoun. So
Okay.
it's not weird that he's here.
Would we find a cable at the crane that matches the laceration on the wrist?
Heading over to the crane?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. You head over there. A guy with a security guard uniform goes, so do I have to stay here, or what?
Did the police officer talk to you yet?
Yeah. I mean, he asked what I found. It's a dead guy. I mean, I wasn't here when it happened.
Well, we'd like you to
Came in for my shift in the morning.
We're gonna need you to make a statement down at the station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just go talk to them and don't leave the city.
Huh? Did
could-
you find Willie?
Who?
Willie, the night shift guard.
No.
He was on shift watching the place last night.
No.
I came in the morning to relieve him, but I couldn't find him.
We'll look around.
Yeah. Could you lower the hook on the crane? We'd like to see the cable.
Oh, it's locked up. I don't have a key for that. They lock it down at night.
Where they keep the key?
Probably in the office somewhere.
All right.
Could you point us to where the office is?
Sure, he does so.
Okay. We're going to go there.
Sure. Head over to the office. In there. It is actually currently unlocked, which is odd. Normally an office would be locked.
I'm going to look around, see if anyone's in sight, and then just go...
Open the door. Looking in. Probable cause. The door shouldn't be unlocked. Yeah, you do find a ring of keys in a drawer.
All right.
Is there one that obviously looks like it's not the same, like it's for
You
machinery
can
or
also
something?
find on the table in the office, there's some papers out that look just like probably wage sheets. It looks like someone was working on them, filling them out probably last night. You also find half a cup of coffee and half of a sandwich, which are now quite cold.
Well, that might be... Was Billy his name?
Willie.
Willie. Okay.
It looks like someone was working on like documents here, eating something.
I don't think the night watchman is
Working on documents.
sidelining
Yeah.
as an accountant.
I'm pretty sure it's Calhoun. So he must have been working here last night, and someone got him and threw him off the crane.
Or it could be Calhoun was found someone else in here going through his stuff, and it ended in a disagreement.
Yeah.
0-point evidence collection spend. You can find crumpled up in the waste paper basket a receipt from Philly's Diner.
I guess that's. Is there a timestamp on it?
Yeah, last night.
I mean, like time.
Last night before midnight.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have a range of time of death.
What's the receipt for? Like a sandwich and a
Sandwich
coffee?
and a coffee, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
You do recall when you came in, there is a diner across the road from the rail yard called Philly's Diner.
Let's do a quick look at the rail yard to see if we can find a body.
I was gonna say I want to look in Calhoun's desk for any sort of evidence of like the interaction with like the hostilities between Bryson Motors.
Oh, yeah, sure. You can find a couple more letters of correspondence from that Harry Leslie, the governor, and as well as some other minor government officials about getting tighter inspection standards on the automobile industry and safety standards, getting strength testing, glass testing, all that sort of stuff to ensure that these deathmobiles are in fact safe for public roads, which of course they're not. That's just ludicrous. They're horrible abominations of creation. It appears that Bryson Motors was slated for an inspection about 3 weeks ago, and one thing you do find, do you have library use, anyone?
I do.
I burned all mine.
You want to spend a point?
Yeah, sure.
You actually find at the bottom of one of the drawers, as you're taking all these files out to look at them, you find that the bottom of the drawer lifts, and there's a small hidden cache in it, and you find a little folder which you open and find it is inspection reports from Bryson Motors, which Calhoun should not have. They're essentially results of the inspection performed at Bryson Motors.
I mean, this isn't exactly surprising to us,
No,
knowing their
but-
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, you do know Calhoun was doing something
Oh, yeah.
illegal at that point.
Yeah.
He should not have these documents. The strength testing for the various cars, Bryson Motors, that were tested, show that they actually performed above average in durability tests for the materials they're made out of. One of the investigators, however, does note that initially in the report he notes that the frame appears thin, like too thin to be structurally sound. However, he notes that in strength tests it performs above standard averages. And he expresses some confusion at this, stating that he assumes that whatever it's made of is not conventional steel. And he expresses surprise and confusion about this. Whatever the frame of his automobiles is made of, it is much stronger than typical steel.
Why isn't Bryson selling this material?
Good question.
He could make a killing on the market.
Yes, he could.
That's very strange. All right.
Also, considering how cheaply he sells his cars, apparently it's cheap to make too.
Let's take a look around the rail yard.
It would explain why he's buying less steel.
Yep.
He's not using as much steel.
Nope. But somehow it's stronger. Yep. Although you do want crumpling, so we don't know this though.
Yeah, 1930s. There's crumpling's not really a recognition yet.
No. Hard impacts. That's what you want.
You want that as solid as possible.
Yeah. You want to salt.
You want it to be
drive
like you
around.
crashed into something riding the Liberty Bell.
Yeah. All right.
You want to crash and feel like you won.
Yeah.
It's like a train. You want to just ram through stuff. So,
Our engineering of cars is based on our engineering of artillery shells. You want them to go right through something.
protect yourself, not the other person.
Yeah. We experimented with installing a large spike on the front of the car.
And we're rocking in the back.
Yep.
So let's double check the train yard for evidence of this really character. And find out what happened there, and then check the diner if we can't find it.
You can lasso a bunch of random deputies and like patrol officers to search the rail yard. It's fucking nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can tell them just
We'll do
fan
that.
out and search the rail yard stuff. So you can go over to a diner while they're doing that.
All right.
We're going to go to the crane first.
Crane? Sure.
We got the keys.
Head over to the crane.
Yep.
It's got a big old padlock on the door. You can unlock that. Get into a little elevator car.
Yeah. We just grabbed all the keys, and we're just trying them.
Yeah, you
toss
just
to
try
the
them
ground.
until you get one. You take the little elevator thing up, get up into the top of the box. I'm debating making you roll stability for the sheer fucking height involved, but no.
Well,
I'll assume your characters have some stones.
I'm used to heights.
That's true. You would be utterly unfazed by this. It occurs to you, actually, it does occur to you that even if he didn't fall off the crane, he might have fallen out of a plane. But, less likely, but possible.
I'm not going to mention that though.
Especially considering he was apparently here last night. Got a sandwich, then he went to the airport, got in a plane, and fell out of it.
Occam's razor.
Yeah, the simplest explanation.
Especially in Cthulhu.
Yep.
Really tempted to spend that mythos point.
You could spend it.
What does it do again if I do that?
It gives you information.
Yeah.
Causes you to lose a sanity.
Just one sanity?
Yeah, usually.
Let's find out what's in the crane first. So anything around here that's like signs of a struggle.
The crane? Nope. You can find, it's clearly sees heavy use. It's probably for loading and unloading cargo.
Yep.
0-point evidence collection. The cable it uses to lift is not the same cable pattern that was on his arm. So that's unfortunate.
Permanent.
Well, this is a dead
What?
end.
Permanent.
Is what permanent?
The spend, when I lose the
Sanity loss.
spend, is it permanent?
It replenishes like any investigative ability whenever you complete a chapter.
No,
in investigation
the
basis.
sanity loss.
Sanity loss is permanent, yeah. As is all sanity loss.
All sanity loss is permanent.
Yep. There's only pulp games have some ways of regaining sanity. When you quote unquote defeat the mythos, you regain a point of sanity. I may or may not use that rule, depending on how much mythos you actually slam your face into.
Alright, so I think
Diner?
Spending Cthulhu mythos, eh? Could everyone please get up and leave the table for a moment except you? Alright, as you're sitting there, standing up, at this big tall crane looking out over the landscape, your eyes start to sort of fog over. Looking out, it seems like everything's going a bit darker, like it's nighttime falling, and you find yourself sailing through the air. Flying, in fact. Sailing around the rail yard, swooping low between rail cars, rushing past them, feeling them clip against your leathery wings. You know you're here for something. You're hungry. Want it. You see a light on. Even that light. Flap up away from irritating little holes full of lights that hate so much. You swing your big heavy tail into them and smash them open, shattering glass in the rail yard below. You hear a noise like some weird screaming noise, someone shouting. Circle around high up in the sky. Nice moonless night. Perfect. You can see everything perfectly clearly. There's not a spot of disgusting light to be found anywhere here. You see some monkey thing running across the rail yard. You swoop down and you grab him, drag him up into the sky. You just start chomping on him. He tastes delicious. And you realize, yeah, this was the guy you were supposed to find. You gnaw on him for a while, and once that's sort of lost its fun, you can see a glimmer coming up over the horizon. Ugh. Just hurl him away, and he slams into something as you sail off again into a lovely, lovely darkness. And with that, the vision passes.
You guys can come back now.
You can lose a point of sanity and make me a stability check.
Alright, so I just roll this thing?
Yeah, you can also spend stability to improve the roll before rolling. You may want to do that.
Jesus. Sorry.
I'll spend 2.
Alright.
3.
Well, that's a failure. Alrighty, let's see.
So did we just see him go into a trance?
He just stood there sort of quiet for a second.
Like some Vietnam flashback.
Alright, you can lose 5 stability
Okay.
and 1 sanity.
That includes the 2 you spent.
No, it does not.
Wait.
5 plus 2.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no.
That's what I was
Not
thinking.
does not-
include
it does
the
not
2 you
include-
spent.
So I
not
lose an
included.
additional sanity?
No, no. Yeah.
Including the one that I fronted from spending.
Yes.
Okay.
Due to the nature of that particular vision.
Okay.
Hey, you learned something?
So basically, all you did was while we investigated the crane
What
room,
is your stability?
you just went.
currently at?
5.
5? Okay, so you're sort of going...
Hey,
Yeah.
buddy, you all right?
So I've been standing there for a few minutes.
You've been
You
drinking?
look like a
He's
ghost.
only just standing there for like a second. His eyes kind of went glassy for a second, and then he got real pale.
You all right?
You need a
Are
smoke?
you afraid of heights?
Yeah, you need a smoke.
Are you afraid of heights or something? Because we can go down if you want.
I'm a pilot.
All right.
Yeah, so why are you afraid of
Oh my
heights?
god, a pilot is afraid of heights. You must...
You must live in constant hell.
Why would you become a pilot? All right. I guess we'll head down.
What time is it?
We finished the investigation here.
Early morning,
Early morning. Okay.
maybe 9 a.m.
Okay.
We finished the investigation in the crane room. So let's
Crane was a
let's
dead end.
go to the diner and see if there was anybody following Calhoun.
Headed to the diner. Hi there, what can I get you?
Hi. Do you know who...
Well, first, the menu, please.
Ah, here you go, sir.
Wonderful, Dane. Thank you.
I assume I have a picture of Calhoun.
Yeah, sure.
Just hold up a picture. Do you know this man?
Yeah,
he
that's
came in last
Eric.
night.
He owns the rail yard across the way.
Okay.
Comes in all the time to get food.
Did he come in recently?
Oh yeah, he came in last night.
Did you notice anything off about him?
No, seemed his usual self. I mean, he seemed kind of worried about something maybe, but I didn't ask.
Was anyone else interested in it?
No, not really.
Alright.
Although, hey, could you do me a favor, there, detective?
What?
That guy over there, he's been in here all fucking night, and he's just got the 1 cup of coffee he hasn't left.
All right.
I asked him if he needs anything else. He's just sitting there staring at it. Not
Alright.
even drinking it.
I'll go talk to him.
Okay.
So I
Give
get
him
my
a
coffee.
You look over there and you can see a guy. He's also actually wearing a security guard's jacket. And he
Found
is
Willie.
just sitting at a booth with a cup of coffee and he's just staring at it. You who are in the military, you can recognize that 1,000-yard stare into the middle distance that he's doing. He's not thinking about whatever's going on around.
I would also know this.
Were you in the military?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So I sit
you've seen
down
that
at the
before.
same table.
He doesn't even look up.
Good morning, Willie.
When you speak to him, he goes,
Here, I'm gonna...
Stay calm.
Wait.
No,
but
here, let me do with this.
like,
I got
we-
6
This
reassurance.
this looks. This seems like it needs a gentle hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on. No?
Yeah, just like relax. for a second.
I've done enough damage.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
There's no prize for winning most most witnesses turned away.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm just going to preemptively spend a point of reassurance to get him out of his. Like, as someone who has to deal with a lot of people with shell shock.
Well, maybe the very act of grabbing my shoulder and interceding is the act of reassurance.
No, you don't have to talk to this guy. You sit down with him, you set your hand on his shoulder and tell him, like, hey, it's okay, man. You're safe here, relax, you're in the here and now.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is not, no.
I think it needs to smoke.
Terrible fucking place. No.
I'm a doctor. He needs to smoke.
There's a quite full ashtray next to him, actually.
Alright. So, why don't you tell me what happened?
It's nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Well, we found
He's got like a twitch going on.
we found Calhoun.
Did you see something you think you shouldn't have?
No. 0 points of dishonesty. Something's fucked him over.
Does it have something to do with Calhoun?
I think it can be that big. No. It can't be that big.
What can't be that big?
Can't be. No. Things don't fly. Things are good things. He starts jitterily drinking his coffee.
Oh god, is it the gargoyles? Did they escape from New York?
Do you say that?
Oh no.
Can I spend either medicine or psychoanalysis to like try and
Medicine, 0 point. He seems to be suffering from some sort of severe trauma,
Right.
pretty clearly. What are you trying to do exactly?
trying to figure out if this guy's legitimately crazy or not?
He doesn't seem crazy, hard to describe. A 30s person would call him crazy.
Yeah.
He's suffering from shell shock, clearly.
Okay.
Some sort of post-traumatic stress disorder thing going on there.
Okay.
Yeah,
He clearly saw something that did not sit well with him.
Yeah, apparently something big and that could fly.
But like a bat?
Like a plane?
Did you see someone fall?
When you mention a bat, he says, bats aren't the size of a rail car.
So
Could have been something like a plane.
Flap.
so a giant bat.
I don't believe this.
Yeah, this guy. I think this guy's loony.
Can you get more
It's all right.
information out of him somehow?
Alright. We should just,
Yeah, what he's describing certainly sounds uncomfortably familiar to you. You okay there? Fire?
fuck no.
Are you telling me you believe him?
No.
Good.
Assess honesty.
Actually, yes. I'm gonna,
How good of a liar is your character? I think we've established not very.
if need be, I'll make it a 2-point spend.
Is that like no? I think with him it's almost a 0 point spend, like a half-point spend.
But you got to round up.
Yeah, he definitely seems bothered by something about what this guy's talking about. He's getting kind of pale again.
What's your name?
William.
Okay, what do you do, William?
I work at the rail yard across the road. I'm a night shift security.
Okay, you were working night shift. Now, start from the beginning. Go through your patrol.
I came in, I checked in with Eric, punched in.
Eric was there.
Yeah, he was in the office, doing something. I think timesheets or some sort of thing. I don't know.
Is he normally there that late?
Not usually, no. I asked why he was there. He said he couldn't go home because the police were using it as that murder thing. I got my uniform, my gun. I went out to the yard. Everything was fine. There was some homeless guy rousting around and kicked him out, shoved him off. And just after midnight, I heard someone, and Eric went out to get food, came back. Just a little bit, it was a bit before dawn, I remember. I was walking, and there was this big rush of air, like big gust of wind, and this big flapping noise. And then just there was this crash. Like the street light above me, those rail lights, they just exploded. Just rained glass everywhere. It's all over me. I was trying to figure out where it came from, and they all started blowing up, just bam, 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 one after another. I heard Eric come out of the door, yelling, screaming about something, and then he started screaming. I swear he was above me. Like, I could hear him screaming somewhere above me. It was so dark, I couldn't see anything though. Then the screaming stopped, and there was a huge crash. Something landed on the rail, and my eyes were adjusting. I could just some huge dark thing in the sky. It was the size of a rail car, flapping. I shot it. I emptied my gun at it. I don't know if I hit it, but I just ran after that. I ran here, and I've been here since. I don't think it can come in here. It's too small. There's a roof. The roof is good. I'm not going out there again. I'm not going outside.
Well, I think you should come down to the station. We'll take you into police custody.
No.
We can go in
I'm
our
not
car.
going outside again. No.
We can go in our van.
No, I'm staying here.
We got a paddy wagon. Ready for it?
You could spend reassurance if you want to try and actually get him to leave the building to anywhere exposed to the open sky for any length of time. You could also simply arrest him and drag him over there.
I got 5 more points of reassurance. I think we'll just spend one.
Okay.
All right. You make up some comforting lies, saying, "No, don't worry. It's a nice clear day. We'll see if a horrible hulking giant bat shows up.
Yep.
We'll keep an eye out for you."
Look, we all have guns. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I had a gun.
Yeah.
Do anything.
Ain't no 1911.
His gun is just like a little rifle. You can get him to go into a car or van or whatnot. Are you just sending him off to the police station or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be staying there. We'll take him into protective custody. He's currently a witness in the murder of Calhoun, albeit not a great witness, but a witness.
Albeit a nutso witness.
Yeah, but gotta have something.
Yeah.
And then straight to Bryson Motors, because murder of Calhoun, immediately we gotta go.
As you leave, you're about halfway there when you realize, wait, we never told them to call off the search.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, they'll busy themselves
We'll
today.
we'll get to the station. No, we have a radio. No, we're gonna radio in.
All right, fine.
All
I
right.
just wanted you to have left a bunch of stupid cadets searching your rail yard pointlessly all day.
No. We got a radio. It's okay.
That'd have been hilarious.
No, we call off the search, but tell them to leave that one greenhorn guy searching.
Yeah.
He needs to learn. Yeah, search this place top to bottom.
It's called hazing.
Sir, yes, sir! God, he still salutes us.
Alright, so you're making your way to Bryson Motors. I love how you still haven't done an autopsy. On Rebecca.
Oh,
That was even an option?
Yes?
that's literally my job. I said I was gonna. I said
his job.
I was gonna go down and do it. I was like,
You never did. We completely forgot
Do you
about
want
that.
to? Because that's
yeah.
probably valid information.
Actually, did they have the card of the body for Calhoun down there yet?
They can certainly pick him up and pour him into a bag.
Yeah.
Cool. Then you can autopsy both.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna wait at the station then and get that done for both of them. 2 for 1. That's why you wait.
Autopsying Rebecca Failer, alright. Autopsying Eric Calhoun, you do determine that his cause of death was severe blunt impact from a high fall. And you do determine it was a fall. There's no like bits of foreign metal or anything that would suggest he was like hit by a car or anything like that.
Anything traces of what was used to stab him?
Whatever was used to stab him. That'll be interesting. Do you have any medicine or forensics left you might want to spend?
Plenty.
Alright, you can spend one of either of those.
I will spend a medicine.
Alright. One of the knife wounds is really bizarre.
Yeah.
Because it goes in like a straight blade, and then develops a hook. As though it was stuck in and then bent and then pulled out. You also recognize, looking at this, the arrangement is uncomfortably familiar because it's kind of that kind of an arrangement of stabs. Like
a bite
a
mark.
shark would leave if it bit somebody.
Huh.
Except if there was teeth, each of the teeth was a different size and shape and was about the size and shape of a knife. And one of them appears to have bent during the course of the bite.
Saber-toothed tiger, or
Yeah, saber-toothed tigers don't have differently shaped teeth in every socket. But yeah, it appears that this was not in fact 5 distinct knives stabbing him. This was one very bizarre bite move. And you can give me a stability check. Because that radius of bite pattern, whatever bit him had a jaw about as wide as a car.
So we're dealing with a creature about the size of a raised.
it's not necessarily a
size of
creature,
rail car
guys.
who
Could have been a
flies.
piece of machinery used to stab this guy. Like, it's,
What'd you get
I
on
got
that
a 4.
stability check?
I got a 4.
Yeah, you can justify that.
Yeah, it's a piece of machinery. Like,
it's a very large bear trap.
yeah.
Clearly.
And like one of the pieces of metal, right? Like the tip was like a little bit thin, so that when it got stabbed in, it hit the bone and it was bent.
Yeah, if it was an animal, all those wounds would be the same.
Yeah.
You do determine that the ligature mark on his wrist,
Yep.
his shoulder and elbow are also dislocated, so he was dragged sharply by his arm.
Okay.
Whatever went around his arm cinched and then dragged him, or pulled him.
Okay.
If he was suspended and then dropped, he was suspended by his arm.
Yeah.
You also, as you get him up on the table and you're examining him and you're trying to get a look into one of the wounds, you bring down that big overhead light and switch it on.
Yep.
And something unusual happens. Around the ligature mark, you spot something that looks a bit like a chunk of some black material you don't recognize.
Okay.
But when the big overhead light hits it, it starts smoking.
I pull it back away.
Okay. Looking at it, it appears that you're not sure what that is. It's a very thin, small piece of black material. It's not metal. It's not stone. You're not sure what exactly.
I'll pull it out with some forceps.
Okay.
Put it in just like a vial.
Okay.
And screw it shut.
Now that you've pulled it out of the body, it's starting to smoke a little bit again. It's like it's sublimating like dry ice.
Huh. Like I put it in an airtight container now. So I'm gonna walk over to the light switch. How's this gonna work?
The light,
I'm
hold
gonna
up
yeah,
the
I'm
light.
gonna hold up a lighter. I'm gonna turn out the light and then like at a distance, like just like kind of emanating the room so that just very little bit of light coming through the back of it so I can see what's going on.
It's still smoking a tiny bit, but it's way less than when the light was on. It appears it reacts to light.
Night vision.
Don't have
enhance.
any.
Damn it.
Zoom and enhance.
Huh.
So we're dealing with a monster the
We gotta-
size of a rail car that can fly
Is there
and
a-
is vulnerable to
There's
light.
a dark room here, right?
Yeah, for developing photos.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in my pocket, go to a dark room, and then like hold it open again, or like bring it out.
Room
again,
is
sorry.
dark.
There's the red light.
Yeah, there's a red light. When you turn it on, it starts smoking a little bit again. Again, it's like when you had the lighter. You can see it a bit better, though. Examining it, you're not sure what this is. You can't think of any material that evaporates in response to light.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna lock it in in one of the containers in the.
You could bring a microscope or something into the dark room and
I will
try
do
and do that.
I will do that then.
When you get it up on a slide, trying to examine it, the little red light filter you've stuck under it, it does start smoking a little bit again, or so, but you can get some investigating look at it. Whatever this is, do you have biology?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can get something for nothing, or you can spend a point for something.
Spend a point.
Sure. This is a piece of a scale from some sort of creature, like a reptile of some kind. The structure on it, the layering of bits, it's definitely a piece of biological scale, like something that might have come off of a snake or something like that. You also, with the spend, recognize that that's not from any animal you've ever heard about. There are certainly no animals that dissolve in light.
I would like to take detailed notes
Sure.
while I'm doing this, and once I'm done.
Unfortunately, by about the time you've gotten all you can out of it,
Yeah.
it's basically evaporated at this point, leaving just sort of an empty tray. And
I would like to read over my notes and see if I sound like a crazy person.
yes. You can also give me another skill check.
Oh, this is going on. That's the
6.
flashlight.
All right. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Man, if you could find some evidence of this thing, you'd like win so many prizes.
Yeah.
So what about the girl?
What are you doing, sir?
I'm getting a flashlight.
Okay. You do that. That'll help.
Would you? Oh, well, okay.
Oh, he would.
Okay, just making sure. I'm just like...
He knows more than you do.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so... I trust you two.
I'm
So
getting 2.
I trust you guys.
You get a flashlight, you turn it on, it creates a dull cone of yellowish light. You're like, right, 30s.
I'm gonna bring you two aside because I trust you two.
Okay.
And so I did the autopsy on...
Guys, you see this
Calhoun.
empty vial? There was a thing in here that was really weird. It's gone now, but trust me.
I'm gonna sound crazy, but I did the autopsy, and I found something embedded in his arm where he was pulled, like where the ligature marks were. It seemed like a scale.
Well, we basically heard what he said, so you can
Yeah,
just,
so like,
he just explains everything to us.
I know I sound crazy.
So it sounds like we're dealing with a monster the size of a freight train that can that's vulnerable to life.
But monsters
Whoa,
don't
give me a
exist.
Ability check.
Yeah,
But monsters don't exist, man.
Look, this is a gang thing.
that's a 1.
Alrighty. That is an appropriate one.
Monsters don't exist.
You can lose 4 stability and 1 sanity as you start to accept that horrible monsters like that exist.
So I'm gonna take care of you two in a bit.
And that these horrible monsters evidently kill people.
What is your stability at? Actually, can I sit down with them and do
Yeah, you can spend psychoanalysis.
Yeah, I will spend psychoanalysis on the both of you. What are you at and what are you at?
I'm at
Stability.
8.
Crazy, there are no monsters.
You're at 8 or 5? I'll spend 3 on you and 1 on you. Do I
Okay.
need to do a roll for this? No.
Nope, I don't think so.
Point for point, yes? Yeah, so
I think they regain 2 for every point you spend. If you do it to yourself, it's 1 for 1.
okay, so then I will spend 2 on you and 1 on you. And I'll keep 1 in reserve, just in case. That was very evil, sir. It was a very maniacal laugh.
Did you autopsy the girl
I want
yet?
to check up on Willie.
No, I'll be doing that next. But,
Yeah, he's in his cell.
yeah, I don't...
Ball.
Like, monsters shouldn't exist.
You're curious why he's in his cell.
I'm still calling it a squishy.
You ask the under, he says, "Oh, he asked you
Some
about
kind.
yourself."
But what kind of material dissolves
Get
in
off
light?
my nose.
I'm not a
Maybe you
chemist.
saw things.
Since he's,
Alright.
since he was just put in there, I can give him something, right?
Depends what it is.
Flashlight.
On duty guy takes it, opens it, checks it. You're pretty sure he's checking to see if you're trying to smuggle something in it.
Yeah.
Once he's taken it apart and examined it, he's like, "Yeah, all right." He hands it to the guy through the bars. Says it on the ground. The guy doesn't pick it up.
In a whisper, I go, this thing does not like light. It won't harm it, but it's very annoying.
We're not there, so we're just like...
Glances. Do you have a reassurance or anything like that?
Yes.
Spend a box.
Yeah.
He will grab that flashlight and cuddle it like a newborn infant that he wants to protect forever.
So yeah, you guys could... Okay, well, actually, no, sorry. I was going to say, they could go to the investigation, but splitting the party again.
Split the party.
No, I was going to say...
Please,
I was going
after
to say...
you go to Bryson Motors. It'll be great.
Well, 3 of you, I'd be the only one left
I
at
want
the police
information
station.
about the girl.
Yeah, okay, I'm doing the autopsy.
All right, you
autopsy
three
on
go
the-
to Bryson Motors and me, Team Survivor.
Yeah. So I'm going to autopsy the Rebecca Fabler now.
Alrighty. Cause of death, ligature strangulation.
Yep.
Some sort of rope by the looks of it. She has no defensive wounds. She was not fighting her attacker. There's no evidence of sexual assault. Her skull, when you're opening her up for autopsy,
Yep.
and cutting the skull open, her brain has a number of burn wounds on it. Like very small, precise burns on it. Her skull was not opened prior to this autopsy. There's no sign of scarring on the head. The skull was intact. The wounds are all localized and so small they're barely noticeable. You can't think of any way wounds like this would occur. The burns are all quite recent, only a few days old. Do you want to spend a point of medicine?
Yes.
Sure. The burns are positioned all over the brain, but most of them are centered on the limbic system. This is responsible for emotion, motivation, and behavior. Someone with this kind of specific brain injury would probably have been behaving very strangely. Several of the burns, as you're sort of autopsying it closer, cutting down into it, you realize there are several burns which are inside the brain tissue. Like, you cut a bit off, like you cut a lobe off and look at the inside, there's a burn inside. Which should be impossible to do by any external means.
Yep.
But you also can't think of any way for it to happen internally. Like, there's no infection that causes scorch marks in the brain. So that's a stability test.
Yep. That's a 1.
That is a 1. You just lose 1.
Okay.
You're a little concerned about what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
And whether if it happened to her, if it could happen to you, or if it's communicable in some degree.
Huh.
So that's weird.
I guess the only way to find out is find someone else who died who she was around and see if it's transferable.
I will note Eric does not have such brain injuries.
Yeah, but they don't really hang out, so...
I mean, he was in his house. For clearly not framing reasons.
Yeah. Okay, so basically we have one option to find out if this is transferable, which would be kill somebody she knew and autopsy their brain. But because we're law-abiding people, let's not do that.
Yeah.
All right, so I am thoroughly freaked out, and will now be, because I was never carrying my gun in a holster, I will now carry it in like a shoulder holster,
Okay.
and just like I'm just gonna be just arms.
You're gonna Napoleon it, just have one hand in your coat all the
Yeah,
time?
at all times, and just ready, safety on, but like thumb on the safety.
God, look
I
at
guess
you.
those do exist, yeah.
Yeah,
Look at you,
I was wondering, I was like, what
losing
was
your
the safety
shit.
invented, come to think of it?
that would be like Wild
But yeah,
West.
I
Wild West,
would-
no. 1911, yes.
Because the Wild West was the era where they deliberately only put 5 bullets in a 6-shot revolver so they could have the hammer on an empty cylinder. That was an Old West safety.
Safety.
Look, safe. It won't go off. If
The
there's
thing
nothing
can
to retain.
rotate.
Yeah, if you actually pull the trigger.
We have a car factory to investigate, and there's no look. It's not a monster. $20. It's some
Which
kind
is
of
a
machine.
shitload
All
of
right,
money.
yeah.
I'll take you up
No,
on that
no,
bet.
no. Like you're in the bet. Yeah, I'll take that bet.
Deal.
All right, straight on it.
No, wait, let's double it.
Are you gonna pitch into this pod?
Yeah, who
Free
is this guy?
$40.
No, wait, no. Does he have the money? No. Before,
What's your credit?
so you got the money?
I got 1 month.
What's your maximum?
3.
3? Yeah, he could pitch it. I mean,
All right.
that's like a lot of his savings if he's wrong. But
We'll call it 1-to-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
1-to-1
I'm also
odds
in
on
the back.
monsters exist. I wonder what bookie would actually give you, what odds you'd actually get from a bookie on monsters exist.
Like 1,000,000 to 1.
Probably. He'd probably want a very specific definition of a monster. Size of a rail carriage. Well, what kind of a rail carriage? Like a British passenger carriage? Are we talking like a coal carriage? What?
All right.
You know that a rail carriage is about 40 to 50 feet long in this case.
All right. So,
Car
If it
factory.
exists, it's real big.
by the way, I am the kind of guy who will let you out of your bet if you ever feel the need. If we see it, then you're like, yeah, I just won. But but I'll just to let you know.
Yeah, I'm doing this for a reason.
Yeah. No. Okay. I got it.
Is it because you want to become poor?
It's because I want to be wrong.
Because he's arrogant. Yeah.
I am being the character
Yeah.
who doesn't believe in monsters.
No. I
You're being
didn't.
the Scully.
I didn't either until I saw the thing.
Yeah, a thing that you can't show us anymore.
It's okay.
I have a very detailed sketch.
I don't.
Hand a child a crayon and they'll come up with something
Just-
better.
All right.
You have a sketch of a vaguely black dot.
Also, I described the brain thing to them as well, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's super fucking weird.
I don't.
Do you have any medicine or forensics or anything like that?
No.
Alright.
I burned all my forensics.
No. Well, I was curious more about medicine or biology.
No,
I can show it to you guys.
As far as you're aware, that's not impossible. You don't know.
That's
I'm a doctor.
That's
I'm telling you.
Spanish brain fire. Everyone knows brain fire is burrow.
I shake my head and just like, let's go
Isn't
find
that
out.
what happens like if you light a thing too close to your brain when you're having a brain fart?
The fire just goes right in the air.
I shake my head and screw it. Let's go. I don't know. It's my duty. I gotta figure out what the hell happened.
We got a murder to solve. 2 murders now.
I really don't.
So you're heading over to Bryson Motors then?
Yes.
Alright. It's outside a ways, towards the edge of town, or the edge of the industrial district of town anyway, which is most of the town. The building is a 2-story building. It's quite large. It is clearly a factory-sized building. It is surrounded by a high fence with some minor grounds in the area. There's a small parking lot. The fence is quite high. It's got barbed wire on the top of it. You can see a couple of people wandering around the grounds. Look like maybe security guards. The only gap you can see in the fence is a gate, which just sort of factory fence around it goes like this. And there's just a gate there, and there's a loading bay here.
Oh, that's a kill box I don't like.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, there's just like a little tiny parking lot over there.
How the hell do they get the cars out? The gate?
Loading bay.
No. That must be slow work.
Loading and unloading probably.
Okay. Let's go up to the gate and ask to be let in.
You head up to the gate. There's no one at the gate. What do you do?
Is there a bell or somewhere to knock?
I mean, you could just shake the gate for a while.
Yeah.
With the fencing on it.
Like, hello?
Police!
One of the guys patrolling around the grounds wanders over. Yeah,
Hi, I'm Mr. Hadrian. I'm with the police. I have some questions I'd like to ask.
fire away.
Do you have a manager on scene, or
Yeah, he's inside.
I would like to speak to him, please?
And I want $1 million. What's your point?
Can I burn a point of cop talk and basically threaten to arrest him if he's obstructing justice here?
You could threaten to arrest him for obstructing justice, certainly. There's no spend there. He will ask him to have a warrant.
I am not here for a search. I'm here to ask some questions politely
Ask away.
To the manager.
to the manager.
Manager doesn't want to talk to you. He doesn't take visitors.
Does he have a phone?
Yeah.
Does he have a phone number?
Yeah.
Could we
Do
have
you
the phone
know
number?
said phone number?
I do.
Could we
Could you
have...
please tell me said phone number?
No.
Hey, relax. Relax. We can get a... No. We can get a
You can
warrant.
tell looking at him, he has like a billy club, like a nightstick, and you can tell he does have a shoulder holster.
We can get a warrant. Relax.
On what grounds?
On the grounds of the Calhoun murder and the serious feud going between
There
the
was
two
enough
and the
evidence
we
on
have.
site to connect.
Yeah.
You could certainly talk to him.
We'll be back.
Okay.
We call up.
You could actually roll preparedness to have some kind of warrant if you
Yes.
decided to get one before coming here.
Yeah, you're right. I have 4 prints. I'm just...
Do it.
Preparedness.
Yeah. You want a warrant? Here's one,
Roll.
motherfucker.
That's a roll.
You gotta
skill.
roll.
Oh shit.
Gotta
much
roll.
you spending?
Don't say it. Yeah.
2.
2? Okay.
7.
You do have a warrant.
Stamped and signed.
Takes it to the defense. Examines it. He's examining it with unusual degree of like intentness. Like this guy clearly has seen a warrant before, and he actually knows what to be looking for in like forgery or the like. He eventually begrudgingly realizes that it's correct. He says, "I'll go get him."
Good boy.
Wanders off to the factory. A few minutes later, older man comes wandering over towards you. He's wearing a very nice business suit, a bit portly. Says, hello, Robert Bryson. How can I help you?"
Hi, I don't really ask my questions outside around fences. Do you have an office we could speak in privately?
"Oh, your warrant simply specified a chat with me. We don't allow visitors on the premises. We have trade secrets to protect."
And we have murders to investigate.
"Really?
Yes. Currently, too.
I where? Of who?"
I'm watching the skies a little bit more warily, like,
Yep.
but like not like intent. I'm just like occasionally glancing up.
You can give me sense of trouble.
Alright, I'm gonna spend 3.
Okay.
6.
6. Those guys standing next to him, the guard who went to get him, and the other security guard have both come over. They're standing behind him, and they definitely have their hand uncomfortably close to the butt of their revolvers. Like they're expecting you to try something.
Flip the safety on mine.
Okay.
Under the jacket.
We have to deal.
You don't see that? No, you don't see this. It's just I'm like this, and my thumb moves. That's it.
Yep. You hear a slight click.
Guys,
That's
if
trouble
you
noise
have-
coming from him. Like, oh, what about that?
If you have questions to ask him, do it, because I may miss some things.
Okay. What is your relationship with? What was your relationship with Eric Calhoun?
Business rivals.
Okay.
He ran the rail yard, I ran an auto warehouse.
Yeah. Did you ever, let's say, interact?
How do you mean?
Well,
I've spoken to him a few times.
Any golf games?
Between
No.
so-so tournaments.
yeah.
There was a country club I used to go to. Don't worry
Well,
about it.
that was
0 point assessed on us. He's genuinely perplexed.
that's not
by that question.
I figured I wouldn't get an
That's not what I was
answer.
asking. Did you ever meet in person, or like we
Once
know?
or twice.
Did it ever come to fists between you two, or
No.
where were you last night between the hours of midnight and dawn?
I was here.
Anyone can corroborate this, other than people in your employ?
Oh, other than people in my employ, I'm afraid not. Any of the security guards or the workers can tell you that.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I'm sure they could. I'm sure they could.
What were you doing on the night of, I say the date of Rebecca Folder's murder?
Fabler.
Fabler, sorry.
I was here as well. I was trying to get work done on a new order, kind of a custom job. Very hush-hush, top-secret-y kind of stuff.
And
It's for the 500.
Did you ever
Any
meet?
of you have points in driving?
I do
Yes.
actually.
Automatic, 500. The Indianapolis 500.
Okay.
Oh. Did you ever meet with Miss Fabler?
Who?
No,
Assess honesty? Anyone got that?
Yep.
Want to spend a point?
Yep.
He's looking uncomfortable when you start talking about Fabler.
I'll hold up a picture.
He also said "who" a little too quickly.
I'm gonna hold up a photo because this woman.
Nope, doesn't look familiar.
You overplayed your hand there. What do you know?
Another lie, you can tell. What are you asking?
What do you know?
About what?
You obviously know who Miss Fabler is.
No, I don't. Never seen her before in my life. Like, put it this way: assess honesty means you think he's lying.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have proof he's
Should
lying.
I burn
I'm sure if
cop
we
talk?
no, I'm sure if we talked to Miss Fabler's father, we'll find out that you actually have met with her before.
I'm not sure what you'd find from Miss Fabler's father.
So you know
What does
who's
that mean?
Her father.
Oh, yes, Fabler, the family, I know them. I've never met her, though. They own the steel yard. We get our steel from.
Well, Miss Fabler was
I'm not sure what you'd get from her father apart from a recommendation for a speech.
well, Miss Fabler was investigating some anomalies in your business practices, and
You don't tell them what you know.
it's
Why would a
hard-
woman be investigating my business, sir?
it's a hard line connection
preposterous.
between the two.
I would
All I
just-
got to go
Their
on.
pretty little head would just melt at the thought.
And this one was found dead.
That's quite tragic to hear. He's definitely looking pretty nervous at this point.
You guys got anything?
He's also eyeing occasionally his eyes flick to the guys on either side of him
Is there anything like intimidation like I can spend to
to try and do what?
basically break the
I would
seem to be
like
at a
to
deadlock.
de-escalate the situation.
That's surprising coming from you.
That's all the questions
I'm
we
arrogant.
have for now.
I will
No,
say
no.
it's
not.
unlikely any interpersonal skill is going to make him admit guilt.
well, admit to knowledge of it.
You've gotten a little bit of a ways.
Okay, so what do we
He's
know?
definitely getting increasingly uncomfortable the more he talks to you.
Yeah.
But you realize you're pushing closer to possibly starting a fight.
Yeah, but we're fighting cops.
Actually, I have a point in flattery.
Sure.
What if we somehow work this into commenting on how awesome his cars are? And see if we can get any information out of that.
I can do that.
I think you actually drive one of his cars.
Probably.
Because they're stupid cheap.
Yep. Sure. Go ahead.
You know,
I also have points in flattery.
I'm gonna see if I can get something with a 1 point spend of flattery.
Sure, what are you saying?
We're like, you know what? I'm really sorry we have to be asking you these questions because what you've been doing with cars at the moment is amazing. They
Oh,
are
thank you.
incredibly strong. They're incredibly cheap. And I'm not a
Oh,
man
yes,
who buys cheap things, but these
Oh,
vehicles
no,
are
you're
incredible.
clearly a man of status.
And they're
He
a
seems
brick.
so relieved that you're not talking about Fabler anymore.
And they don't crumple at all.
Oh no, it's like a solid iron bullet.
Yeah. Like, a big boat, like a boat the size of a Titan, would hit this thing and sink while the car would still go. How do you do it? How do you make such an amazing car?
Well, let's just say I have a little help. I have some very talented designers.
Really?
Oh yes, they like their privacy though.
I'm going to take you aside and whisper to you. They might be putting the scales into the steel. That's how they're reinforcing the steel.
Okay, where are they getting the scales?
He doesn't believe in your silly monster theory. I don't know, from the giant rail-sized monster? I don't know.
Well, we could always just,
Can you
get one of
skid
the
one?
cars, cut it open, expose it to light, and see if it smokes.
I'm wondering if showing him my notes on the scale would be bad.
It would. Yes, it would be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mythos territory. You don't just go waving that around.
I saw it.
You get two things that happen when you wave mythos around. Either people have no idea what it is, or they're the people who know enough.
Or they have
To
know
kill
too
you.
well what it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, look. A woman who was investigating his business practices was found dead in the house of his rival, who has an alibi for the situation.
Yeah.
So it looks like
you're not in a great place, is
Look,
essentially what we would
mister,
say.
this is a terrible situation you're in, especially with somebody as successful as you.
Quite heinous, yes.
But help me make this work out for you. Help me somehow make this investigation go more smoothly. There must be something you can tell us.
Oh,
Are you telling him to grease the wheels?
Maybe.
I can't imagine.
I'm leaving it up to his interpretation.
Young woman found dead in a man's home. I mean, doesn't take a genius to work that one out. Lover's quarrel, perhaps?
We know it wasn't that.
Oh, who's to say it's not?
He wasn't even in the building at the time, and he didn't
he
even
had
know
a
it.
very
Oh, I'm
solid
sure
alibi. He had a very solid alibi.
Please tell me you say he had a solid alibi.
You accidentally say alley boy.
Sorry, regional accent.
Any
I will let you refresh a point in something if you say that. Yeah, alright. Refresh a point of something.
any shipments coming, any shipment trucks around the area right now?
Oh, yeah. There's actually currently a large one of those wheelers that's loading some cars out of the bay onto it.
What color is it?
Let's say it's gray, the truck.
Does it seem freshly painted?
Not particularly. Why are you asking?
The paint chips at the first crime scene. I suspect that a truck might have sideswiped the alley wall and left the paint.
You know that if that was the case, there would be more signs of damage.
Right.
So why is it your guards are so well armed?
Oh, well, I mean, we have a factory checks, trade secrets. We've got many contracts with the 500 people, bringing in their specialty vehicles for fine-tuning and reworking of the chassis and whatnot. We do a lot of chassis work for the 500.
Assess honesty? Is he actually?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
He does a lot of chassis work for the 500, which would make sense if his cars are stupidly lightweight and strong.
I'm trying to think about something to ask.
So was that everything, officer? I have a lot of work I need to get back to.
For now, yeah. Although be careful. At the moment, it looks like anybody who's been doing business with the steel
you know what?
foundry.
No. One last thing. Pull out my notebook. I draw the bite mark that I found.
No.
It's a bite mark. Relax. Draw the bite mark. Know any kind of machinery that can make something like this?
It takes a look at it. You just like drawing like a stab pattern kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like a little crude sketch of a person kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, no, nothing I can think of. Anyone got assess honesty?
Yep.
Want to spend a point?
Yep.
Sure. He's not exactly lying. As soon as he looked at it, he got a bit like a look of worry and concern. But you realize it's not like he's afraid of being arrested. He's afraid personally. Like, that scares him in some degree. He is not lying about not knowing a machine that does that.
Okay.
Exactly. You suspect he knows something that does that.
You seem a bit worried there. Is everything all right?
Oh no, I just I have a lot of work to get back to.
Well, it was in particular to that thing. Do you know anything about something that might leave that kind of mark?
No, not at all. No. 0 point. He knows something. He leaves a mark like that.
If you know something and you don't tell us, you're obstructing justice, and we will have to take you in on that.
You can spend a cop talk point.
I have cop talk.
I have 2 points in cop talk.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure you could find some sort of contrivance that would do something like that. A press, perhaps, some sort of. You would have to modify it, of course, to add appendages for staffing. Any kind of piston crusher, something like that. Could do a
Could
thing
this
like
have been
that, I
made in here?
suppose. Oh, it's preposterous. What are you even suggesting? Sir, I think you stepped too far.
I'm simply asking if it could have been. I'm not saying it did.
I'm not going to deny that such a thing could be created in a machine shop. Well, what purpose would it possibly serve? Well, excuse me, I must be going.
Well, consider
He
how
turns around and starts walking away. He's clearly rattled by something.
See? Not that bad. We got something.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. No. He may come under attack. Let's be clear here.
He and all of his pauper cars can burn.
Okay.
Filthy, poor person.
So-
He goes off with one of his guards. The other guard just remains at the gate watching you guys.
All right. So let's get back in the car.
And pissed him off.
Yeah. So
Are we
we're
gonna do
breaking
it?
into this
That's
place,
the
right?
guard who just
Yeah.
said that.
We doing a nighttime raid?
Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna have to.
Yeah. Looks like we're breaking into this place.
So what's with the bitey thing? The guard seems curious about the little thing you showed.
Found it.
Yeah. Dude, whatever it was rattled him, man. I've never seen him so worried about something.
How long have you been in his employ?
Only a month or so. It's a decent gig, pays well.
Really? Good to hear.
Yeah.
Had any
Is this
problems on
wait?
the
Is
job?
this the one who was already out here and was giving us the
That's the other one.
this? Oh, different guard.
Yeah.
The one I wasn't giving lip to.
No, it was just why I'm just like, why is he friendly all this?
This is a different guy.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
This is the guard who's not in charge of talking to people on the gate. Because he's friendly.
Yeah. So, what hours do guards typically work?
Oh, there's shifts all hours really. I'm day shift myself. I work the mornings. It's pretty good because I actually got a second job. I got times kind of hard.
What do you do?
I'm a short order cook.
Where?
Fremont's. It's a hotel down on West Court.
Okay. I mean, how many of your buddies work nighttime?
Nighttime. It's basically 2 or 3 on shift at any given time.
On the whole premises? That seems small.
Well, I mean, they just watch. I mean,
Mostly walk the perimeter.
they just watch the perimeter. Yeah.
Man, I would put at least 5.
I don't know about.
What are you saying?
I don't know about security inside. We're not really supposed to go in here.
Okay.
Well, you mean you're not allowed to guard in the building?
Oh well, he doesn't ask us to. I mean, he just asks us to patrol around outside. I mean, we can go into use the bathroom, but beyond that, they say we're not supposed to go on the shop floor or anything like that.
Okay. Has any weird events happened? Any break-ins or damaged property? Any vandalism? I mean, you do have competition. I mean, those railway guys.
Anyone want to spend reassurance or flattery or anything where they might?
I got 4 for reassurance left.
I got 3.
Yeah, spend reassurance.
You're a very reassuring man.
It's my character.
Yep.
People matter.
All right. What are you saying to him to make him think that talking to you is not a bad idea?
Oh yeah, my sister works at that hotel place. She,
What's Barbara?
oh,
Do you mention her name?
yeah,
Oh, Barbara. Yeah, she's nice.
yeah.
She's real cute too. Sorry, don't worry. Nothing untoward there. Yeah. Real nice lady. Yep.
Yeah. What was I asking again?
You're asking if there was any vandalism or weird events.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the workers are kind of weird, I guess. They never really talk or smile or anything when they come in.
Sort of robotic, you might say.
I don't know. What's a robot?
Oh yeah.
No, there's fiction. There's fiction.
Yeah, he doesn't read a lot of books.
Fair enough.
He reads cookbooks sometimes.
All right.
I mean, there was someone broke the fence a few days ago, but I'm not sure what that was about.
Anything missing going in the offices?
Anything? What's it?
Go missing.
No, not as far as I know.
Okay.
Wait, so the fence was broken a few days back and it got fixed?
Yeah,
Oh, that's fast.
patched it back up or just replaced a little section there.
Man, before I got on the force, I was working at just security at this one factory, and when their things broke, it took them months to get anything fixed.
Oh yeah, I mean, Bryson's real big on security. You know, he's real quick at that stuff. He's got a lot of high-end contracts. He's got to protect trade secret stuff.
Okay.
Some kind of fancy project he's working on. I overheard it once. He's called it like the Osprey. I think that's a bird.
Spray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some kind of car, I think.
Okay. Well, you might get in trouble if you stand around here talking to us. How do you get back on your route?
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just ending the convo.
Yeah.
If you have other questions.
No, I'm done with that.
Okay.
He heads back to the patrolling yard.
Okay, so
One of the
we're,
other guards walks over and starts talking to him.
we're gonna walk away and like, all right,
Smacks him in the back of the head. They continue walking. He's like,
we're gonna start walking away. And
He looks back at you
and
guys.
then now you say like that. Yeah, we're still gonna break in, right? I'm like, yeah. Here's the plan. I'm gonna call my CO. You guys probably know I used to be in the SEALs, so we're gonna get some equipment and we're gonna get in there. We're gonna get this done because we gotta find the guy who murdered this woman.
We have a whole locker of stuff back at the office that's contraband.
It is
and most of it's
unpatriotic
breaking in equipment.
to be undercutting
honest American.
honest Americans and killing women. It's un-American. I'm gonna take these guys down.
Murdering women is un-American.
This guy obviously did it and then used some kind of machine to kill him.
Just a
We got to
thought.
find that machine.
Or someone
Let's do this not in the dead of night.
Then when else
else are
would
we
you
gonna
break
do it?
into
Yeah.
a house?
How the hell else are we gonna break in? You do it in broad daylight, you're gonna get caught. Do you
Yeah.
know nothing about breaking in?
It will be safer at midnight.
In fact, wait. I heard a story out in Chicago about these guys who broke in to this like house, right in the middle of the day. Who does that?
It's like the stupidest plan. I
And
mean,
then
what was their end game?
And then there was gunfire and a firebombing.
Like an old lady died.
Yeah, like who would do that?
Do you want to kill old
Stupid.
ladies? Is that what you want?
It's stupid. It's dumb. Yeah. Just dumb.
So we're going at night.
Maybe
This
not.
is a stupid
Maybe not
plan.
midnight.
Yeah, maybe 11.
Like no. Like on the near the break of
One-ish?
dawn. Near the break.
Really?
Of, like,
That early?
like that way it'll still be night, but for this sissy, you know, it'll be happier.
All right.
So yeah, you're going to see your old CO, and
Yeah.
I'm going to
I
see
could,
my war buddy Ted.
This guy's heading out. You guys are all in one car, right?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna we're gonna go to our houses and I'm gonna call up my taxi out.
All of you can give me sense trouble.
I'm going to burn 2 points on that.
Okay.
That's a 5.
5.
5. You're being followed. There's another car that's following you.
Of course
I
we
just,
are.
I just
9.
Yep.
Jesus.
You recognize the looking in the rearview mirror, just carefully watching them. You can see one of the people in there's 4 people in the car. One of them is the grouchy guard from Bryson's back.
Okay, let's all go to the police station.
The friendly guard is not there.
Yeah. Let's all go to the police station. We'll make the calls from there.
Or we could go to a random hotel, walk in as if it is a place we're staying at,
Sure.
and then see if they go in to see if we bought a room.
Yep.
Then we could check their car or something.
In fact, let's go to the Friendly Guards Hotel.
If only I still
Fremont?
had points in
Yeah, Fremont.
explosives.
I
I'll
have.
pull an Agnes.
I mean, I have a point. I can get. Dude, I know a guy. We can get claymores. Just saying.
So you're heading to the Fremont Hotel?
Yeah.
No, this police station was a pretty good idea. I mean, you get backup there if anything goes wrong.
We can call for backup at the Fremont.
Yeah, but
You
it'll
could
take
radio
long.
to have cars show up and like, undercover at the Fremont.
Yeah. We'll do
Someone
that.
can burn cop talk to do that.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll call up James. Be like, James, we're currently being followed. We're currently being followed by some suspects. We are going to the Fremont Hotel. I would like you to grab a cruiser or 2 of under.
I wouldn't know. I mean, I'm on suspension.
Oh fuck.
I can steal one. Do you need
No.
to steal one?
No. Okay, I'm gonna call a real cop.
As you say, I'm going to call a real cop here. Oh, it hurts.
I think you're a real cop. But
You reap what you sow.
I'm gonna call up the station and tell them the situation.
Hello.
Is it Agnes? Agnes.
It's Audrey.
Oh, okay. Hey, Audrey.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
Sounds very similar.
Look, I'm currently in a
I have
situation.
exactly one old lady voice in me.
I was currently doing some investigation on the case, and we are now being followed by a car. we're going to be going to the Fairmont Hotel, and I need 2 cruisers of undercover cops to come to the hotel.
If you want 2 cruisers, that'll be 2 points, man.
Can I spend a point
Yep,
of
I have
credit?
enough. It would completely burn out my cop talk, though. But yeah,
You have a set of undercover cops there, 2 squad cars. So it's going to be about 4 people, probably.
yep, that should be enough. Thank you.
Actually, before you go, could you patch me through to a telephone line and to this number?
Sure.
Actually, could I radio my CO?
Probably not.
Yeah, he's on a military base.
You could certainly get passed through.
All right, I'll go pass through.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Jack, it's James.
James, good to hear from you.
Look,
Sorry, my voice is kind of croaky. I don't think I'm smoking enough.
no, yeah, it's doctor's orders. Make sure if you need some more, just come to my office. I'll hook you up. Look, I'm in a bit of a situation.
What's going on?
I'm helping investigate a murder of a young woman,
Ooh, nasty business.
and there's some people here who seem to be sabotaging some good American business.
I can't have that.
No, we can't have that. So I'm gonna need some supplies.
All right, what do you need, buddy?
What do we need?
Everything.
Everything.
No.
for breaking
That's
in-
the response if you see a monster.
No. I'm
That's
gonna.
where he's like, you show up at the Fairmont, there's a tank.
I want
That's subtle.
No. I'm gonna say I want a couple rifles, like service rifles. I would like 1 shotgun,
Couple grenades.
couple grenades,
Oh,
wire
black
cutters.
makeup
A
for
single
special.
clay-
Yeah, no, Claymore.
1 claymore.
Sorry, Claymore.
specifically.
Wait. Stealth, like the SEAL's stealth gear. I need some of that.
He will tell you that rifle and shotgun he can do. The other stuff he can't really take off base. You'd have to spend a bit to get him to do something like that.
I'll spend.
If you want like a grenade or a claymore or something, he'll tell you can get like.
I don't want a
Oh,
claymore.
claymore.
I want 2 grenades. Don't need the claymore.
He can tell you you might be able to swing that. You could spend. It'll be credit rating for the rifles and shotgun.
Yep.
A further 2 if you also want grenades.
Can the grenades come with like infiltration gear?
Not really.
Damn it.
Also, I'm not sure what you're looking for in infiltration gear.
Like
30s.
wire cutters and like just like
You can buy that at Home Depot.
but like like a ghillie suit or something.
No.
Like stealth gear.
That's hard to smuggle off base and also not very useful at a hotel.
No, it's not for the hotel.
It's for us breaking into the house.
He can get you like camo fatigues.
Yeah, I'll take those.
Yeah, you can get that.
All right, cool. So
Ghillie suits though are made by a sniper out of local materials. So
3. Yes.
yeah.
All right.
All right. He'll try and get that to you within a couple of days.
Actually, one of those rifles should be a sniper.
It's not really. I don't know if there's dedicated sniper weapons yet. So they're just rifles.
Give me a scope. That's it.
Sure.
Sweet.
He gives you a stolen Russian Mosin gun.
Perfect.
No.
Perfect.
Yeah, he says he can do that within like a few days.
All right. Yeah, just drop it off in the usual place. It's my house.
Under the dumpsters behind the Long John Silvers.
No. In the cellar of my house.
You're having him drop off stolen military weapons at your house. That's ballsy. I'll give you that.
Stolen.
They're stolen, buddy. They're being taken off base for use of non-military personnel.
Actually, no.
That is stealing. You're asking him to steal
There's
stuff.
a
for you.
dead drop location that
Okay.
we're gonna go pick it up at.
duffel bag in the park.
Yeah.
You get there, one of the grenades is missing. There's a hobo like juggling it. Look what I found!
Oh God, no!
It just explodes horribly. There were 2 grenades. Anyway,
All right.
so you drive around a bit for a little while. You could try and lose them, of course, if you wanted to.
I think if we stop at the Fairmont, we could get some kind of answer out of this.
I like
Either-
how I called it the Fremont and you're
Yeah.
just calling it the Fairmont
Fairmont.
because Fairmont is an actual hotel.
Yeah.
we could either quickly search their car while they're in the hotel if they go after us,
You can do that.
or somehow corner them in the hotel to get answers.
Capable of doing that.
Well, you searching the car is better than us because we'll be dealing with them, and you'll hopefully not have to deal with them.
It could be a 2-pronged thing.
Like, here's the thing. I'm a cop, you're a civ. I ain't putting you in danger.
Does anyone have Streetwise?
Yep, I could burn a point of that.
You don't have to earn a point, but 0 points spent. You're a cop for the Rainsboro Police Department. Why would you be checking into a hotel? You might want to put someone else's. You might want to put like his name on there.
Yep. Good point.
Or this guy.
Yeah, that guy would work. He's perennially homeless.
Hey, we'll pay for the hotel.
So you guys you drive around a little bit just to make sure that the undercovers have time to get there. You pull up to the Fremont Park.
Can I pick up the gear?
A couple of days, he said it would take to get that, dude.
All right, well,
you're asking him to steal stuff from a military base.
Damn it.
That's not like an hour's work.
It's the 30s. What could possibly go wrong?
A lot. Firing squad. That's what could go wrong. 'Cause I think that's still a thing. Anyway.
Right. Well,
You eventually arrive at the hotel. It is around noon at this point. You can get out of the car.
I just realized.
The other car parks just on the other side of the lot. You notice none of them get out of their car. They're pretty much watching you.
We're
Looking around the lot, you can see, you can spot 2 other cars, which each have a pair of guys in them who are sitting kind of low in the seats. One of them goes.
I don't actually nod.
No, you just tip your hat a little
pretend
bit.
to adjust your hat.
Yeah.
Maybe eye over in the direction of the car.
Yeah.
So, my plan is that we're going to go into the hotel. I'm going to immediately sweep the lobby to see if there are windows, so I could
There are.
peer out to see if they're leaving the car.
Hey, yeah.
And to
You can give me a stealth test if you want to try and hide, peer out there.
I'll
I'm gonna walk up to the. Sorry.
burn at 1 point.
Sure.
6.
I'm gonna walk
You
up.
you casually lean against the wall smoking because it's the 30s. You're smoking in the building.
Yeah.
But so you can casually sort of lean out, look out the window, get your hat, stop people from noticing who you are from outside.
Go to check
Not
in.
draw attention from people in the lobby.
And go to check in. Put his name down. Say we need the room for a couple days.
Sure. Spend a point of credit rating.
You know, I could write it.
I'm paying for you.
I mean, you don't know how to spell it.
This is Car Turn Uptown.
Yeah. Car turn uptown.
Right?
The guy at the front desk looks at it. He's like, just rolls his eyes.
It's your name, right?
Yeah.
As you walk away from the front desk, you hear mutter boots.
So, anyways, I go into the restaurant.
Wait. Turn around. What'd you call me?
Oh, nothing, sir. All big smiles.
I lift my arm and let my jacket billow open a little bit, just so you can catch a glance at it. I'm just like, try that again. You'll see what you get.
He looks quite nervous.
Goddamn unpatriotic.
Actually, he's being very patriotic.
Calling me that? Unpatriotic.
He's being unpatriotic by not having to arrest him immediately.
Alright.
As the 2 gentlemen show up, one paying for the other's room with a hilariously fake name.
Alright, so we're going to the room. Hopefully, can we get a window that's facing the side that the car's on?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
When you scared the shit out of that guy, you'd probably give him a fucking room you asked for.
Is it a first floor room, and is there a way to get out of the window so you can head to the car if they...
What floor do you want to be on?
The first floor. Second floor, that's all that's available.
Alright, sure, first floor.
Yeah.
Tower, there's like 6 floors.
With a window that can open.
You want to be on first floor? That's like ground floor, you mean?
No, like,
Ground
Okay.
floor.
oh, ground floor?
One up from the ground floor or the ground floor?
Ground floor preferable, or the second.
Because I don't think hotels don't really
Typically.
have rooms
That's
on
why
the
it's
ground
set,
floor.
or the next one.
No, yeah,
That's
so yeah,
shit.
it would be
That'll be the one you're getting.
Yeah.
You're 1 floor.
Yeah.
I'm going to visit my sister in the restaurant.
Okay, sure. She says hi, gives you a big hug,
Yeah.
gives you a cup of coffee.
Yeah. So, what if I told you that monsters exist?
Actually,
This you writing a book or something?
Like the boogeyman?
Yes. Yes, you're right. It's completely crazy.
Vampires, werewolves, mummies, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, it's completely crazy. There's no way that stuff like that's actually real, right?
Oh no, don't be silly. That's all just movie stuff. What brought this up?
Oh, nothing. It's just I've been following I've been following Jack around again on one of his investigations.
You're still following him around. I don't know what you see.
Wait,
I
what?
feel like I have to stay around him to make sure he doesn't do something really, really stupid.
I've tried to tell you this so many times. You're not his keeper. His mistakes are his own mistakes. You gotta be your own man.
I'm not. My character sheet says follower.
And now you're talking about character sheets again. Come on, boys.
I can't.
Kiss
I only
back.
have 12 charisma.
My saving throws are garbage. What game are we playing again?
What is it?
So, anyways,
Okay, so when we get to the room, I'm gonna tell him.
You're chatting with you. You can regain 1 point of stability.
Yay! I'm gonna tell
Being
him.
reassured by the non-existence of monsters and the grounding reality of your sister telling you that Jack's a dick. I mean, you knew he's a dick, but
I'm gonna tell him to go about business as usual in his room.
but do you immediately take your pants off and start watching porn? I don't know. What is business as usual? when
Morally,
Carter arrives at a hotel
morally
room?
good business. Don't, Jesus.
Like what we're currently doing?
I'm still within my moral
Well,
grounds.
first thing I'm going to do.
So you're in the kitchen. You two have gone to the room. You're watching from the door.
In the room, though, I'm literally gonna
I'm
hide.
going to check the window.
in
See
the closet.
The guys have come out of the car. They're making their way toward the front of the entrance. The undercover officers are watching carefully. As they come toward the door, the officers get out of their cars and follow.
I would like to literally hide.
They're
in the
just dressed
closet.
in casual suits. The guys following you are not sure exactly. One of them's got like a big golf bag over his shoulder. The other ones just look like typical guys wearing their usual 30s suits. Got kind of flop caps, look like lower rent kind of guys.
Okay. Are there golf clubs in the golf bag?
Yep.
I would like to draw my
and a
gun.
handle that looks suspiciously like a Tommy gun.
There are a couple that have those like little cozy things over them though.
Can I?
Those might not be golf clubs.
So if I'm currently outside by the door, am I or am I in the lobby?
You're in the
Thought I was
lobby.
in the lobby. Okay.
You're looking out at them out a window.
Okay.
Actually,
You rolled high enough stealth that as they come into the lobby proper, you just got your hat sort of low. They don't notice you.
Like maybe I also have a newspaper up.
Yeah, sure.
So the moment that they walk in and probably go to the counter,
Yep.
I'm just gonna leave and then check out their car.
Sure.
I'm hiding in the closet while he's doing his business in the room, and I have my gun drawn, ready to burst out and start firing.
Do you tell the officers as you leave what room?
Yes.
That'll be important.
I'm kind of concerned about whether or not I should be in the room in the first place. I mean, it's already checked out. I don't want to be in the room. Maybe I'll go like on the 4th floor
Go
or
in the.
something.
You're
go
already in the room.
Dude, just go in the bathroom. You can hide in the bathroom if you want. Whatever. I'll answer the door if it comes to it.
They're probably gonna kick the door open.
Yeah, so go hide in the bathroom.
Meanwhile, you're doing your sister in a restaurant.
Hide in the bathtub, back
You have gone outside, so you're not sure what exactly is going on. You're heading over to their car. They've left their car unlocked. Open it, take a look inside. Rifling through, you can find an empty box of shotgun ammo, like shells. You also find a box of rifle ammo, which is half full.
Fuck.
The glove compartment, you can find a knife. So they appear to have left here. Perhaps deciding they didn't need it.
Okay. And can I find anything else in the car?
What sort of thing are you looking for?
Something that may be evidence of orders given, or of no, there wouldn't be any paper.
there. Oh, could I actually barricade the door with a
Dear
dresser?
group of thugs, please kill those guys. Signed, Robert Bryson of Bryson Motors, who totally killed Rebecca Fabian.
I am gonna grab the knife.
P.S. Super killed her,
Sorry,
guys.
I totally forgot. Can I barricade the door with the dresser?
Yeah.
But barricade in the sense that they couldn't just easily just kick it open.
You could drag a dresser across the room.
Cool.
Okay.
Making
Seeing the
sure.
bullets in the knife, I quickly grab the knife,
Okay.
go up to one of the front tires and go pop,
Sure.
and then put it back in the glove compartment, close the door, and then I
Give me
make
another stealth check if you don't want someone to notice you pop someone's tire.
If they do, flash a badge.
Yeah, that'll solve all problems. Police totally do
7.
that routinely. Alright? Hey, you sneak up.
and I proceed to speed walk to the hotel
Sure.
because shit's gonna go down.
Meanwhile, you're dragging a heavy ass dresser across the room. You can give me an athletics test.
Cool. I'm gonna ask you to assist with this real quick. This is in the interest of your life.
Oh yeah, sure. Bring me closer to the door where they might get shot.
We're blocking the door. Relax.
Alright, so if you're assisting, you can spend 1 point immediately to assist
Of what?
of athletics.
I don't have any.
Oh, okay, then you're not helpful in assisting.
You go hide in the bathtub, you list.
I am debating whether or not I can use mechanical repair to make a hole underneath the tub to hide in.
Not in the time you have.
Okay, so I guess I'll spend 3.
Okay. Heavy ass armor, I'll say the difficulty is probably 6.
Alright, 50-50.
Wait,
Don't
can I
fuck it
assist with physics?
Or no, 60%.
Yeah, 2/3.
Probably not.
That's a fail.
Alright. You are dragging a heavy ass armor across the table, shoving it along, pull it, drag it along the carpet.
Yep.
When behind you, there is a loud crash as the door is kicked in, and you turn around to see 4 gentlemen who have firearms. They appear to be just in the process of taking them out of a golf bag. Only one of them has his gun out yet. He's going to fire it at you. It is a shotgun.
This is where I die.
He is going to spend 2. That is a 4 on a hit threshold. Does that hit you?
4th hit threshold.
Nice. You take 7 points of damage.
So is it
Wait.
meet the threshold or beat it?
Neat. Yep.
How many points?
7 damage.
Holy balls.
You are peppered with buckshot.
Alright.
Do I hear the gunshot?
Oh, everyone heard that.
Everyone.
Okay,
You
so
also
I'm
hear from either side of the hallway more firearms go off.
Please be the
Police
cops.
buddies peppering into them.
Yes.
That one's gonna hit. Other side. The guy with his shotgun is peppered with pistol rounds from either side. Several enter his body, enter his torso, and then one hits him in the head, and you can do his stability test if you see that.
That's a 3.
Okay, you can lose 1. Meanwhile, you are downstairs.
Yep.
In the front lobby, you are in a restaurant. Have heard
Trying
of
to make my
gunshots.
way up.
So I'm
You are in a bathroom. What is everyone doing?
running. I'm running towards the gunfire.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Oddly enough, not shitting myself.
Nice. Are you doing anything?
Close the curtain. Turn on the shower.
Just gonna start washing the blood off now.
I don't have any fighting skills.
Here's a question.
There's a shotgun on the ground.
Okay, here's a question. So, who do I see in the doorway right now?
Currently, 3 very surprised-looking gentlemen who are frankly trying to pull rifles out of a golf bag.
Okay. I'm assuming the shotgun was empty, yes?
He just fired once.
Oh, okay. Was it a double barrel or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna charge the guy who's the closest to getting his rifle out.
Okay.
And fire the pistol straight into his chest, point blank.
What is your firearms pool?
8.
8. All right. What are you doing?
I'm gonna furl through the cabinets. There's rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna throw it.
Whoa.
Squirt it in someone's face.
There's not rubbing alcohol in a hotel room.
Bleach.
Don't even have that. Again, no. That would be on a cleaning cart.
Dish soap.
It might be like soap or something.
No.
Use the shotgun on the floor as a club.
Or shoot someone with it.
I thought it was spent.
No.
We fired
There's
one.
one.
Oh, okay.
It has a barrel.
I don't have any firearm skill.
You can still
You
fire.
still fire it.
Yeah.
If I roll a 1.
You shoot yourself.
Then club.
Just pick it up and hit someone with it.
Alright, I'll pick it up,
It's a
hit
blunt
someone with it.
instrument. Sure. What is your weapons pool?
I don't have any.
Okay, so you'll be acting last round.
I have scuffling.
You will act first as your firearms is higher than his.
Cool. White will be damaged.
Sure.
I'm spending 3.
Okay.
That's a 7 to hit.
That'll certainly hit him.
1 on the die, so... Wait, is the plus 3 for damage, yes?
Yep.
So 4 damage.
Okay. You run up and you try and get your pistol up into him. He shuffles and struggles with you for a while. He goes off and just grazes across his shoulder. Looks pretty bad, but he's not dead. You're scuffling with that. He is now busy scuffling with you, so he doesn't pull the gun out. And he's just going to try and punch you. So he is going to spend 3 points of scuffling.
Guaranteed hit.
Yeah, he does hit you. He hits you for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And it's just a lampy one in the jaw.
I'm down to 1, by the way.
The other 2 are going to try and roll to get their guns out of the bag. Both do. That's all they do this turn. They get them out ready. The police officers are going to fire again. Now you're in the way. Pray they don't roll back.
I'm on the ground.
No, you're not. You're fighting a guy.
Oh. Damn it. I'm gonna die here.
They are going to spend this time. They need 2. That one will hit. One of them gets shot, perforated, and falls down. The guy's fire. Going to miss though. Right. So they pepper the hallway and gunfire. None of them hit you though, fortunately. They opted to shoot for the guys who are not currently clinch fighting with you. Because they're not idiots.
How far down the hall are they?
They're on opposite sides of the hallway. They're sort of kneeling down, squatting, firing.
I'm sorry, like, how could I run to their position in one turn?
With an athletics check, possibly.
Okay.
Anyway, you two are running up the stairs. You can give me athletics.
Yeah, sure.
No point spend.
I will say the difficulty is 5 as people are panicking and fleeing away from the gunshots.
Fuck, I rolled a
So
4.
you're trying to shove your way past a tidal wave of people.
Yep, well, I got a 4.
Yeah, I'll spend 3.
Okay. Yep. Alright. Shove. Judicious use of elbows manages to get you through. And you get up to the top of the stairs where you can see a couple of guys with guns kneeling down, firing down a hallway. They glance over at you. Yeah, they actually would probably recognize you. You're hanging around Jack all the time. Mm-hmm. They tell you to stand back.
Yeah.
All right.
There's only 2 guys left.
You are currently stumbling around, getting shoved, push pull here, shoved around on the stairs. Give me another athletics test. This one's difficulty 4 to not get shoved down the stairs.
I am not
by
going to spend
panicked
any
people.
points.
Okay.
6.
All right. You managed to keep your feet holding onto the railing and not getting shoved down a flight of stairs.
Handrails are there for a reason.
Meanwhile, you have picked up a shotgun. You can do something with that.
What's the penalty for firearms? If you don't have any?
Nothing.
None. Just if you roll a 1. It's
Just
1
if
in
you
6
roll a
of really
1, you
bad.
hurt yourself.
Okay, but there's a bonus of point blank range.
Point blank is plus 2 damage.
Plus 2 damage. Alright.
Run up to the dude with the rifle. Blast him away.
There's one guy left with a rifle.
Gonna go for the chest.
Okay. There are 2 people fighting in a doorway between you and him, though.
Oh.
Go ahead. If I die, I die.
If you miss, you will hit him.
Go ahead.
You will also hit the guy who's fighting.
Just
Do
swing
it. No.
it like a
Do
bat.
No. Do it. No.
All right.
I'm gonna swing it like a bat.
Going for the guy he's fighting.
Ah.
Yep. All right.
The guy who has the potential to die.
Alright,
is telling
that's
you.
5 hits.
You hit him.
And that's a 1 on damage.
Okay. So you do 1 point of damage to him. Ow! At least you sort of try to swing it. You're sort of poking him with the butt of a shotgun. Quit it.
Oh no, I'm not putting the barrel towards me. Hell no.
Oh, you're putting barrel toward him? Sure. Roll me a firearms test. You don't know how a gun works. What's trigger discipline like?
It's 4 on there.
You do not accidentally fire it into both of them.
If he gets a 6, does he just accidentally get it into him?
No. There's no benefit to that roll. That's you did something unsafe.
I go.
Alrighty.
Whoa, idiot! Barrel at the bad guy.
So you're scuffling with a guy. What is your scuffling pool?
My stuff would be 5.
0.
0? Alright. What are you going to try and do? You still have a pistol.
Yeah. Can I try
You
and
can
work
try
the
and
pistol
fire it.
into his
Yeah, you can
gut
try
and
and
just?
fire
All right.
You can take the shotgun from me.
I will say
It's empty.
I will say
Oh, wait,
his
no.
hit threshold is 1 higher.
Okay.
He's a bit harder to hit, basically, because he's struggling with you. Now, what is your firearms? Is what, 5 or something?
I have 5 lives.
5 left, alright. His scuffling is higher, so his punch will go off first. He does not hit you though.
Sweet. I will spend 3.
Okay. Meanwhile, you two have gotten to the top of the stairs. You have eventually forced your way up.
Yes.
This turn, you actually can do
Holy balls!
something. All right.
Double 6s on the roll.
Nice.
So that's a 9
Hit
to
him.
hit, and then a 9 to damage.
Nice.
So
He's dead.
do I blow his goddamn brains out?
Yep. You can give me a stability test.
Cool. Put down your weapons now!
Bang.
Can I yell that?
This is
Yeah.
this is the what is this town again?
I got a 4 on stability.
He just got boxcard.
This is this town's police department. You are completely surrounded. Put down your guns and surrender.
Hey, asshole, that's my line.
You spend intimidation.
Yes.
Okay. Spend a point of intimidation.
Yep.
The remaining guy puts his rifle in his mouth and blows his own brains out.
Oh shit.
You 3 can all roll stability.
1.
Fortunately, you just got up the stairs and didn't see that.
As a doctor and an ex-military man, do I get a bonus to this?
No, because that was not something normal people do.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's still pretty fucked up.
That's a 5.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You lose one.
All right.
There are
So-
now 4 dead men in a hotel.
I am peppered with bullets
Yep.
and have taken a punch to the face.
Yep.
I cough. I'm gonna for flavor. I'm gonna cough up a bunch of blood. I'm like,
Probably fair.
I'm
and
gonna
then
run over. Is everyone okay?
Hey,
Shut-
get out of the way.
shut
I'm a
up.
medic.
No, I grab. Oh, no, I got my. I healed 1 for 2 for myself, and I have 12.
Okay.
How much
I
you got?
have 18 first aid.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, how much do I heal?
When you're healing yourself, a normal person heals 1 for 1.
Okay.
but
I'm
healing
Someone else, you spend 1, he regains 2.
Okay, how
perfect.
many are you down?
I am down. Just heal me 8, so 4 would be perfect.
Okay, so I got 14 left.
I am 1 below max. That is a decent situation.
The police officers just look around and go like, Jesus Christ!
Sorry, I mean, we thought they were gonna like hit you with bats or something.
So,
Fuck.
There were empty boxes of ammo in that car.
guys, I think we have probable cause to raid the goddamn warehouse during daytime.
You certainly recognize one of them. One of them is a guard from Bryson Motors.
Yeah.
Right?
And we
you
had
certainly
just
have
went
cause
there.
to investigate now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the gear I'm getting will be for later. Let's
Let's spend this time to get a warrant to a full search of the building.
not a full. Not even. We're getting a raid team. We're doing a full on. We're finding a speakeasy kind of raid.
You guys patching up your bullet wounds?
I did. He did it for me.
I was totally MIA that whole battle.
I am the only one to be
You
shot.
wandered off into the parking lot and then wandered back.
I was
Like,
doing investigative
There's
work.
something so fast that I can take.
I'm the.
I love how the guys with the guns walk past you and you just like walk away.
I figured that
I'm sure they won't do anything.
Trevor, I'm the only one who took damage and a full brunt shotgun blast. So I am surprised I didn't get knocked out.
I rolled badly on the damage shotgun.
Yeah, like I was down to 1 just from the punch too, and I'm like, okay,
It's good. You were grazed by a bunch of shotgun pellets and punched in his jaw.
yeah.
Yeah. What he probably should have done is ran to the dining room where I was at and said, "Yo, you check out those guys. I'll check out their car."
And by check out, I mean blow them away. All
luckily
right.
we had the cop backup.
Yeah.
That helped.
I am very.
killed 2 of them.
I am very
2
surprised.
points well spent.
They killed 2 of them and distracted
I
the
am
3rd.
so surprised. I blew a guy's brains out and then watched another one blow his brains out, and watch another one get his brains blown out, and managed to lose 0 stability. Watch 3 people die right in front of me.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Not the first time you've seen people die.
Nope. No, it is not. All right. So, yeah, let's go to the police station and let's set up the raid.
Yep.
If you want to try and get the raid done like by tonight or what? Because if you want to try and like expedite a search warrant, you can do that with a cop talk spend and get it like so that you're ready to go. this
I have
afternoon.
burned all of my cop talk.
I have one left.
Wait, while checking out, can I cancel the second night of the hotel room? And just like, it's police business?
Yeah, probably. Do you have intimidation?
Yeah, I do.
If you spend a point of that, you can get your credit rating spent back.
Sweet. I will do
Cost you the
so.
room.
Sweet. So, how much did I? Was it 1 or 2? Yeah, okay.
Basically, you can exchange a point of intimidation for a point of credit rating.
I am down with that. For bargain. Just like,
Bargain will also work.
I'm the only one who has cop talk left.
I'm gonna do bargain. Yeah, I don't have top talk.
Okay, so I got 1 point left there.
Okay.
I
You get a warrant expedited, you call in a judge who owes you a favor, Judge
Yeah.
Schneider.
Yeah.
He hates those filthy automobile developers. He's got a lot of lucrative donations to his judicial election fund from the railway.
I didn't actually know about that until Eric Calhoun told me about it.
Totally legitimate business.
Absolutely, yeah. It's nothing
legal.
Yeah.
shady about it.
It's shady as all hell, but it's legal.
That's true. It
That
is
was-
in fact legal.
That was an interesting roll at the end. Just
Boxcars. Always keep Nucky with a gun to the face. Alright. So is there anything you want to do before the raid, other than get your ducks in a row, so to speak?
Is there any cop armor I can throw on?
Not really. Not at this time.
Maybe get him patched up somehow with
No,
other
I'm
medical
patched-
attention.
I mean, you
patched
could get
up.
like a World War I pot helmet.
No.
They probably have one of those in storage somewhere.
Go to the museum and take one out of the.
There's actually something I want to do in the meantime. I want to try to cut open one of their cars to look inside in between the...
They are driving a Bryson car.
Actually, I'm gonna call up Moneypenny and tell her, don't come into work until I call you again.
Keep your doors locked.
Yeah.
Doors and windows shuttered, bolted. Yeah. Alright. Why? What's going on?
Police business.
That means someone's trying to kill you, doesn't it?
Basically.
That's usually what it means when you say that.
Yeah. I'm
Piss
sorry.
off this time.
Well, I was.
The car industry.
Yeah, we were simply
Talking
talking.
about big auto.
Yeah, no, I was simply talking to Bryson from Bryson Motors, and he sent some of his guys after me. I got pretty banged up.
What'd he do?
He may have murdered a woman.
Well, it's a good thing you tracked him down.
Yeah. So, stay safe, Moneypenny. I'll call you
Do
later.
you tell her any other details about the case?
No.
If you do, you can regain a point of stability.
Sure.
It's nice to unload your problems on somebody.
I will.
She will encourage you to take the fight to the bastard, who would do something like that, and give him what for. Shoot him once for her. You know.
I'll put a feel. I'll put a feel now.
All right.
So, after the whole car thing...
So you're gonna try and chop up one of their cars?
Yeah.
Sure. You can give me some kind of mechanical repair test. Difficulty 7. To try and disassemble it. Yes. You have 10, dude. You're trying to saw through the suspiciously sturdy car.
And how often will you make this kind of check?
Yeah.
Him?
Yeah.
Bad luck as a drive? This car breaks down all the fucking time.
What if you spend 5? That'll be okay. You lose on only a 1.
Only lose on one if I do that.
Yeah, 1 and 6.
Alright,
Or spend 6 and there's no way to fail.
Yeah. Depends on how much you want. Yeah, it's okay. Realistically, how much you want left.
It'd be interesting if I do fail. It'd be hilarious.
So a 5?
Yeah, 5.
You succeeds. You get to 10.
Alright? Yep. It is absolutely brutal going trying to get this thing disassembled. You wear out 5 hacksaw blades trying to cut through one of the struts to try and actually get a cross section look at it. Eventually, you manage to make your way through after destroying another table saw. You get the fire department to come over with one of their big saws for cutting their car after blunting one blade and replacing it with another one. This thing is sturdy. You manage to cut into the frame and get a nice little cross section. You find it does not have any mysterious core to it. It is a single piece of solid metal. You do recognize it is not conventional steel, though. It is certainly way harder than steel is. It appears to be alloyed with something, but you cannot tell what it is alloyed with. Does anyone have chemistry?
Nope. I do.
I have history.
You have physics. You want to spend a point of physics? Sure. Alright. The physical strength that this material exhibits is beyond what is possible for any known metal you've ever heard of. Any metal or element you've ever heard of, it doesn't make any sense for it. There is no treatment process you can think of that causes steel to do this. There is no alloy under the sun that would possibly produce something that is so durable, maintains its shape so flawlessly, and does not shatter with brittleness. You know that for metallurgy, that there's a trade-off you have to make between how hard something is and how durable something is. The harder it is, the more brittle it is. It'll bend a little and then snap. Diamond is very hard, but it's brittle. Meanwhile, something like, say, steel, or even rope, takes a long time to wear out or break that way, but it's not very hard, it bends very easily. This is exhibiting high strength in both areas, which you know is physically impossible. Give me stability.
4.
That's weird. This is some sort of incredible, awesome material.
You can make
Kind of want some.
You can make a business off of that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe your bad luck will turn around.
You know without the shred of a doubt that if someone had a way of making a material like this, the idea that they are not just selling this as a metal is absurd. You can't imagine why someone would just be making very suspiciously good cars with it. He would make way more money if he just patented whatever process he's done and just sold metal to everyone.
Oh, I'm also going to check with my sister to see if she's okay. You know.
She's quite frightened about
Yeah.
all the gunshots in the hotel.
Yeah.
So if I
She tells you she's going to take tomorrow off of work.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
They're going to be closing the hotel down for a couple of days while the police finish filing all their paperwork and whatnot.
So, one last thing. I want to call Lenny, my one-eye pilot coach.
Sure. Yeah. What is it this time?
Hi, Lenny. So, I've been, calling about my pilot's license.
The one you lost in Lima?
No, my request form for getting a new
It's
one.
like, no, the replacement. The one you lost in Berlin? No, the replacement for the replacement. Oh, yeah, the requisition. Yeah, I just got that. I put it through. Don't worry about that. They're going to get that through, ratified. Don't worry.
How wise is it to fly a plane? Just saying.
Very wise. Especially at night. You should fly your plane at night.
I'm actually going to call one of my sources of stability, Mary Robinson.
Okay. Your lady.
Yeah, my ex-wife.
Your girl is your ex-wife.
This session is the session of calling our sources of stability.
Yeah.
That's almost like you've lost stability. That's weird, that.
And even if I only get an answering machine, this is the message I'm going to give. Hey, Mary, a lot's going down right now, and most likely the biggest murder case I've ever gotten tangled in on. I know I'm a horrible, horrible monster, but you were always an angel, and no matter what happens, you're better at everything. And if you don't hear from me again, remember that. You're an angel. Bye, Toots.
You can regain a point of stability.
Sweet.
Bearing your soul, as it were.
It is the only softness in my life.
The rarely glimpsed soul of Jack Hadrian.
Wait, he has a soul?
Apparently there's one in there somewhere.
Yeah, apparently. Surprised me, too.
Real deep down. There's a lot of spiked barbed wire fences around it.
Like inner core deep.
Because I'm probably going to die from a monster.
Is it like being layered like pie? Yeah. Sometimes they have a crusty exterior, but inside they're sweet. Yes. And sometimes there's another even deeper layer.
No, it's
that's
like an
the
onion.
same as the first crusty outer layer.
It's an
What?
onion.
Like
Every
with pie.
layer is just as bad.
So, before we go out and do this,
And then a really hard bottom shell.
I say we leave
That a really
our
hard,
bet money
tasteless
somewhere,
score.
Or what?
just in case someone does not come back and is incapable of paying it.
Leave our what?
The bet money.
He's suggesting you leave the pot of bet money at the station or something in a cookie
I know
jar.
enough about law. Like, in this time, we could set something up. Like, what do you call that?
This is a handshake.
There was a thing they had to make illegal during one of the wars.
Is it the thing where everyone puts money into a kicks thing and whoever doesn't die gets paid out?
Yeah.
That's a tontine.
Okay.
No.
The way those usually work, though, is you take the money and invest it in something.
This is a handshake deal, guys. Relax.
This is just a bet.
Yeah.
If you die in completing a bet, you don't have to pay the bet out to the widow or whatever.
Plus, pretty sure when we see it, you throw the money at the guy and you're like, oh, great.
Why are you so convinced that you're going to win this?
Yeah,
Do you want to tell him?
yeah, why are you so convinced?
I'm sure it'll sound perfectly sane.
Totally.
And does this guy seem like the guy who believed you?
That's kind of why I'm more hesitant to say anything, actually.
Man, we really have health covered, by the way. Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah, we're certainly going to survive this one. Whether we're going to be whether we're going to be, not a babbling wreck at the end of it is another story.
Some of you will probably survive.
Alright. So, getting the raid together.
You guys getting ready together, alright? Yep.
I am not going to be a front man.
You guys can get about 6 cars. Fleets of gentlemen with shotguns, badges and whatnot. Their big cone lights on their cars.
I'd like to be in the 4th car.
Sure. You guys can roll up to Bryson Motor. The police break down the gate. Some guards on the premises start shooting at them. The police SWAT team returns firing. a host of people come out of the building itself. They look like, honestly, they look like hobos. Like they're all dressed very shabbily. They all move with a very sort of stiff way. All of them are brandishing like blowtorches, crowbars, wrenches, things like that, and they're just running straight at a police cordon and a wall of gunfire with no apparent regard for their own safety or well-being. They are being cut down in swaths by gunfire. A few of them manage to get forward and start bashing into the police officers. A few of them do fall. You guys, I'm assuming, are not engaging right in the melee.
Absolutely not.
We're a bit back.
Eventually,
I'm
the
pretty
grounds
back.
are secured. The police do set up a nice little cordon, and you guys are free to try and go in there and investigate for yourself. You do not see Robert Bryson anywhere.
Okay.
Let's investigate the factory.
Yeah. All right. Pushing open the door, carefully peering around, you can see the main open floor of the factory. There are assembly lines of cars, like you would expect in any factory for there to be. There are also great big tanks. It looks like sort of like almost like rendering vats or something like that. They're big, round pools set up, big high walls with gantries over them. You're not sure what those would be doing in an auto plant. There's no reason for those to be here.
Anybody got a flashlight?
You can see the place is relatively deserted. It appears all the workers went out. You do see there are a set of stairs against one wall with a little railing. If you've ever seen like a factory where they have like a view box up on top of the wall,
Yeah.
Fallout.
it's like half of a second story. Like most of it is one story with a tall ceiling, and then there's a little part that has two stories. The bottom there appears to be just storage for random stuff. Up the stairs though, you can find an office. Who here has any kind of evidence collection-y abilities as you're wandering around the factory?
Forensics,
I have burned that.
pharmacy, chemistry, anything.
I'll say if you spend some time searching around, it can be a 0-point spend.
I got
That
forensics.
is time you
Alright.
might not have to do something else.
I got forensics.
Unless
Sorry,
it's
what were the
counting, I don't really
Evidence
have-
collection is what I have now.
Locksmith? Anything locked?
It's to find something, but no.
Outdoorsman?
You're not outdoors. Not allow it. Anyway, you guys can do that later. It's fine. I'm sure it won't be important. You can make your way up the stairs to what looks like an office proper. The door is locked.
Locksmith.
Locksmith.
Right, someone can spend a point of that.
Yep, I'm gonna go at it.
It's not a roll. Locksmith is investigative. You just
Oh,
pick,
okay.
open it. You open it quickly. Guns panning around. The office is empty. This office is quite well furnished. There's a lot of. Does anyone have art history? Of
My
all
old character
absurd
used
skills?
No.
Nope. All right. There are several paintings on the walls around this room. All of them are kind of ugly. They all depict people, places, things like that, but they're not very nice. Just something about them is just it's kind of a shitty painting. There is one exception. There is a very well done portrait of a regal-looking woman sitting on a throne. The oddity is the painting is done entirely in red paint. It is done entirely in different shades of red. Does anyone have history?
I do, actually.
0-point spend. That is a painting of Queen Victoria. Done in red for some reason. There's also a desk with some stuff in it. There's a liquor cabinet.
I'm sorry. Why is there a painting of the Queen in America?
Not sure.
Fucking unpatriotic bastard.
What a limey bastard.
Alright, so first things
Goddamn
first, let's check
turncoat.
behind all the paintings.
Sure. There's nothing behind any of the paintings. You come to the big painting with the red one. You try and pull it off the wall, it's stuck.
Ah,
Like it's bolted to it or something.
this is,
Search the desk.
Sure. Rifling through the desk, eh?
Any secret buttons?
You don't find any secret buttons. You do find a lot of work orders for production, things like that. Input receipts, invoices for steel, things like that. So far, everything seems normal, apart from, again, they're not buying as much steel as they should. There is, however, a letter from someone named Harold Miller, demanding that something called the Osprey be completed and delivered to Indianapolis within the week, or there will be reprisals. It refutes some apparent previous claim of delays due to inspections and harassment. It basically says, I don't care if some jumped-up rail baron is breathing down your neck. If he's a problem, deal with him. If you're not up to the task, the quiet ones will find a replacement.
okay.
Quiet
Hey,
ones is capitalized.
Did he legitimately just giggle?
Probably.
The fuck was that about?
Are you in on this?
No.
Poking your head out.
It's just
Back out the
terrible,
office,
terrible.
going around. You can see
coincidence.
those big tanks. There's 2 of them. The catwalks of them. You can see there's
gonna
like
go over
residue,
them.
like there was something in them, like some kind of tarry black sludge, but it appears they've been emptied.
Were they full before when we walked
Probably. They
in?
were full almost to the top. Or not when you walked in, no.
Okay.
I take
They
out
were
a
probably full
glove
recently.
and just run it along the edge of the tank. See if
Sure.
I pick up any of the booze.
Roll me health.
I have no points in this.
Okay?
4.
You don't have any points in the
Yeah, no. Health. Like
hit
actual
points.
health.
Oh,
Health rating.
I roll a 4.
Alright, go for it. When you rub your gloved hand along this weird sludgy stuff, your glove starts going very hard, becoming solid like the leather it's made out of, and you pull it off quickly enough before it turns into literally like frozen in place, and it quickly starts spreading until it becomes basically petrified. You can give me a stability test.
Fuck was that? 2.
2, eh? You can lose 3. You're not sure what that is.
So let it be stated for the record, hopefully Vivian listens to this. Get some psychoanalysis on your character, please. Just please.
She's gonna be your therapist.
Yeah.
She joins the investigation when you're all talking about this. You're
Like,
meeting.
I have some, but we need more. Thank you.
You do notice, also from the catwalk looking around the lower floor, from up here at this vantage point, you can see in one corner of the factory, there's something with a big tarp over it. You also just catch like a glimmer of something on the floor under the staircase.
This is the answer.
Yeah.
The glimmer.
Have
Flashlight.
any other cops come into the building?
And flashlight.
yet?
There's a camera on the floor.
Oh.
It looks like it fell and rolled under the stairs.
Oh.
The glimmer was coming off of a lens.
Has
Gonna
any
take
other
the camera.
cops come into the building yet?
A couple have, yeah. They're
Okay.
wandering around.
We're just gonna look away from the tarp as we asked the cops to investigate it.
Okay. One of the cops
I
walks over.
want to take the camera.
Sure. One of the cops walks over to the tarp, lifts it up a little. It's just a car, boss. He pulls the tarp off of it. It is a very, very nice looking sports car. It is wonderfully polished, covered in beautiful little accents and whatnot. It appears to be some sort of sports racing car.
Is this the Osprey?
You're not sure?
Open the glove box.
No, there's nothing in there. It doesn't even have a glove box.
Oh.
It is a single seat car. It is definitely meant to be for like track racing. Okay. Probably the Indianapolis 500.
So I step on the remains of that glove. Is it now as hard to steal? Like, what's its deal?
No, it's quite strong though. When you step on it, it doesn't really bend immediately. You stomp on it a couple of times, it eventually breaks, as though it was made of stone or concrete. It is way harder than it used to be though.
I think we found the secret to their metal.
Okay.
Could they be making the car out of this?
It's possible that they're making steel parts and just dipping them in this stuff.
In the office, I would like to look through the book. Is there a bookcase in this office?
Not that you see, no. Does anyone have architecture?
Nope. I should have taken more academic abilities.
I geared mine towards an actual doctor. Biology, language, and medicine.
I have photography.
You said you have photography?
Cryptography.
I'd allow a spend to get something there. Photography, I thought
no,
you said.
no.
Oh, no.
Cryptography.
That wouldn't help. Does anyone have photography?
Nope.
Now I'm just gonna
Does anyone have any forensics left?
Yes.
Or evidence collection?
I have forensics.
You can spend a point for forensics.
I will do so.
Bryson's office is smaller than it should be. From the outside, looking at the box up there, it should be larger.
I'm assuming it's the painting wall that's making it seem shorter.
Could be.
Don't know, Victoria.
Could be.
we'll just cut the painting.
I would like to look for a switch along the painting or something.
Searching around the painting and around the office thoroughly, you don't find a switch.
We break a piece of art, but we could always just break it.
You call that art?
Someone
I
made
press my
it.
hand against the painting, the Queen Victoria painting.
It goes like canvas, and it hits a wall on the other side behind it.
Can I rotate
You have that
the painting?
knife, right?
Can I rotate the
I have
painting?
a
A knife, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't rotate. It's like bolted or fastened to the wall in some capacity.
You know, I'm just gonna go up and cut through it.
All right. You stab your knife into the painting.
Yep.
Right. Start sawing, cutting your way around the painting, pulling it back. There's a wall behind it.
Just a straight wall.
Yep.
Knock it.
tall enough.
It's all the wall.
Yep. So let's break
There's
through.
definitely a space behind there.
Yo, get the sledges.
Right? A couple of the officers go off, return with sledgehammers. The two of them go up to the wall, start hitting it. It does pound through into apparently a space behind it. Pounding through a little ways, there's the sound of a gunshot, and one of the officers' heads explodes in a cloud of red mist. You can all roll stability.
Okay.
That's a 3.
That's a 1.
3.
As apparently someone on the other side of the wall shot through it. Anyone who did not get a 4 can lose 1.
Okay.
The other cop immediately ducks out of the way and rolls to the side.
Alright, pull out your gun.
No. Anybody got a Tommy gun?
One of them probably does.
Alright, shove the barrel through and just hold the
One
trigger.
of them just sticks it and just empties the entire dumps the box, and then just spinning it around, peppering the area. You hear screaming, the man shouting on the other side, apparent agony, and eventually silence. Officer reloads, empties another magazine into the hole in the wall.
So all the evidence in there is now ruined, but that's okay.
There's a good chance.
How much evidence collection skills do we have?
Smashing through the rest of the wall, getting through. Inside, you can find a small hidden room. There is, or was at least, a well-dressed gentleman, slightly portly, Robert Bryson, who is currently lying dead, riddled with bullets. He has a revolver in his hand.
I
Good
walk up
fucking
to
riddance.
him and go, cause of death, bullet wounds.
Cause of death, got in my way.
That's what you get for shooting a cop.
Looking around here, there's a lot of cultish looking shit in this room, like weird feathery fetishes stuck to the wall. Were at least floodlights in each corner of the room, like pointing into it. They've been smashed by the riddling of bullets. There is a book on a small table nearby, which has several bullets in it.
Yeah.
There is also a large circle drawn on the floor in what looks like red paint.
Okay, hands up.
0
Who's
points forensic
for
vision,
just
it's not
burning
blood.
this room to the ground?
Wait, what? Oh, burning this mother?
Yeah, just burning this room to the ground.
Let me just read the book first. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
burn it down before you read the book.
We need evidence first.
We need somewhere.
I
Actually,
think it's an open and shut case. This guy was hiding some shady stuff here, so he
Some kind of
killed.
Satanist.
The girl got too close to it, so he had her killed and tried to frame the other guy, and then killed him so that he wouldn't get too close either. And then he shot a cop.
But we still don't know how he killed that. We need to know that. There could be evidence here.
Looking around on the other side of this wall, there's no way to open this wall. Like, there's no switch or door or anything. It's a solid wall.
How the fuck did he get in here?
I would like to search his body.
Rifling through it,
Yeah,
you don't find much. You find a wallet.
take the money.
Yep. You find $2.
What the?
Change for the
What are you,
laundromat.
some kind of poor guy? Whack.
I'm going to approach
Doesn't
the
carry a
book.
lot of cash. It needs secret cult room.
He has a wallet.
Sorry, what?
I'm approaching the book.
Okay. I think he picked that up.
Yeah.
It is a large leather-bound book. It is bound in some sort of green leather. There's a large bullet hole through it.
Guys, we gotta get a lead. Sorry, wait.
Open it up and see what's
Before
inside.
that, the note that I found in his desk that was about the Indy 500, the Osprey. Who was that from again?
Harold Miller.
Okay.
Anyone have points in driving?
Yes.
Driving?
All right. Somebody can give me a driving roll to know who the fuck that is. 3. It's only difficulty 3.
1.
4. Well, you certainly know. Harold Miller is a well-known designer of race car engines and carburetors. He has an impressive track record at the Indianapolis 500. Cars using his engines have won 9 times since the start of the 30s, basically. He is well regarded as a genius inventor for engines, carburetors, and whatnot. You know that he lives in Indianapolis somewhere. He does not, however, do chassis work or body work for cars. He just makes engines. So you would guess that this was some sort of collaborative project, this Osprey thing, between him and Robert Bryson. Probably as entry into a race, as an entry into a race. Words.
So in front of all you, I will now open the book and read it. Not
Do you
allowed.
read it aloud?
Not allowed.
All right. This book, it is a full book, I will point out. If you want to read the whole thing, that'll take a while.
Okay, we'll take it. Do we take it to the station?
I mean, like, you can flip
Flip
through
through
it.
it.
Yeah, I'll flip through it for now. Yeah.
It has a bunch of passages. The writing on it does not match Robert Bryson's writing. Apparently, he did not write it.
What language is it in?
Most of it is in English. Some of it is in Latin. Some of it is in French. In various different hands. Like, different people have contributed to it over the years. All of the ink in it is green, which is kind of weird.
Yep.
The title of the book says The Vision of the Benevolent Queen.
This could be Queen Victoria. I'm talking about.
Well, she's dead.
I mean, she could have had a vision.
Yeah, could have.
Yeah.
There was a painting of her in the main room.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll take the book out of here and.
Let's go keep investigating the factory. There might be something.
You found the camera, searching around. You have found that weird car. If you investigate it, you find it has the same ultra-sturdy frame as the Bryson cars. Opening the hood, however, you find it has a 4-cylinder engine with double overhead camshafts. Anyone with driving knows that that is like a sport racing engine. It is an Offenhauser engine, also called an Offie. It is a trademark of Harold Miller.
I hop in the Osprey.
Man, how
I hop in the
badly I
Osprey.
wanna drive this thing.
And then I go, I'll take it to the station.
This looks like a really nice car.
Yeah. I hop in the Osprey and I say, I'll take this to the
Yeah, you
station.
can drive it out the back of the window. It does start. It's apparently gassed. It's
Nice.
apparently completed.
Nice.
Hopping in there, the police aren't going to stop you if you say you're taking it back to the station. Whatever. A couple of them look kind of jealous.
One of them just looks really sad about his dead friend.
I mean, if you want to sit in it without a seat, you can.
I'll spend a point of reinsurance for his warning his dead colleague.
I'm going to get in the car and follow just behind him.
All right.
I'm actually going to drive to the station. By the way, I give the book to like one of the people who's collecting all the evidence. I just go, put this in lockup. Like,
And
He
keep it away
writes
from
a
that.
note.
And keep it away from
One
this guy.
green leather-bound book, bullet-written brackets.
probably
Bag.
probably
3 bullet holes.
criminals.
That's odd. It started with 1. Now there's 3.
One of you just like shot it twice on principle. It's Cthulhu. We burned the books.
Double tap everything.
We know nothing. We know
Oh,
nothing.
map every day.
We're Jon Snow. So yeah,
Does anyone have a cult, actually?
I do not.
I burned my first point of a cult ages ago. Can I get anything for a 0-point spend?
Yeah. A bunch of the charms and fetishes and stuff hung around in this room are protective. They're meant to ward something away.
I'm going to take one.
Okay?
I will also take one.
Sure.
Meant towards something.
I take one and I go,
shit,
what's
floodlight.
this?
I'm gonna go somewhere with this light.
Okay.
I throw. By the way,
Go
I throw the
I
ward
go
into an
outside.
evidence bag and just pocket it. Well,
Okay.
break.
Anyway, so you're driving away in your kick-ass fancy new
And
car.
I'm in the car driving behind him.
This car, do you are you just driving normally, or are you just like opening it up, seeing what it can do?
On the long stretches of road, yes,
You are on the outskirts of town. You can find some
yes.
roads. Yeah. Opening it up, this thing has stunning acceleration, buttery smooth handling. You accelerating this thing, it's getting up to a speed that is genuinely worrying you
Yep.
as you go. Like, this car is going faster than any car you've ever driven. It goes over 100 miles an hour, and it still has room to accelerate.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Yep. Okay.
I slow it down
this
and I wait for
car-
him to catch up.
This sports car actually is very special. While you are driving it, you have 5 dedicated pool points in driving.
Huh.
In other words, as long as you are driving it has 5 points in driving that you can spend.
Nice.
Cool.
They refresh between chapters. It's that fucking awesome.
I will drive to the police station and talk to what would essentially be the chief and be like,
The sound it makes when it's running feels very nice.
since it's already going into lockup, like evidence collection, and it's gonna go to an auction because that's what we do, right?
Yeah,
I'd like to buy it
okay.
straight up right now.
You could spend 2 credit rating for that.
Do so.
Alright. You have the Osprey.
Woo! Worth it.
That is a sweet ride.
It does only sit 1 person, but it is a pretty damn nice car.
Nice.
We should do raids more often if we get stuff like this.
I want to develop the film.
Sure.
Is this us inventing stealing stuff by doing raids?
Take to the camera, examining it. You find it has some initials that have been etched into it, RF. When you develop the film, you can find several shots of workers who appear to be mindlessly slaving over assembly lines. There are a few pictures of work orders, like someone has taken a document out and taken a photograph of it and then put it back. Shipping orders some invoices. They appear to be the same ones you found in Bryson's office. You also find one photo that is just a roiling mishmash of multicolors. You're not sure what would have caused that.
What's in the tank?
It appears that someone was taking pictures in here and then dropped their camera.
Rebecca Fabler.
Could very well be.
Roman flesh of course.
Yep. It looks like someone took a picture of a hippie's vomit.
Is this one of those magic items?
By the way,
If it is, you can't get it to work.
when I get back to the station and I've paid for the vehicle, I'm like, hey guys, want to go for a ride?
How many seats does this thing have? Just one?
No. As in, like, you take it
If
around.
someone makes a mechanical repair test, you could put another seat into it. You could probably get one behind the other.
I'll just hold on to the
Why are
spoiler.
you all looking at me for?
No. I was gonna say,
Mechanical repair.
Do a mechanical repair?
you want to put a second seat in this thing? There doesn't need to. I was essentially offering to let you guys drive it around.
Because, yeah, I want to fucking drive
Well,
that.
I think it would be a little more useful if we can carry people in it too.
Yes, that is true.
I'm running a little low on funds.
Boss!
I'm not paying to have your car pimped out, buddy.
Damn it!
All right. How about if I spend 1 credit rating?
Sure. I was gonna say I could do it. It is my car.
All right.
I'll do it.
It's
Yeah,
his
it's
car.
my car.
You know this is not going to last through the campaign. I mean,
I
through
know.
the mission, right?
Gonna get
But
blown.
neither does spending credit rating.
You can roll me. He's got materials for it. You can give me a mechanical repair test.
And again,
It is. How many points of mechanical repair do you have? You don't gain a point.
in total, I have 10. I have 5 now.
Okay, yeah. It is difficult to 8 on this car. And I will say 1 credit rating is cost of materials to do this. If you actually want to make a profit, they would have to do 2.
I have no credit rating left. Literally. I spent it getting us weapons, dude.
You can call it favor for a favor.
I will contribute a point of credit rating.
Okay.
Now see me botch this. I need to get at least
So I guess
3.
you and me will be the ones riding in this. And
Of course!
How many points did you spend?
5.
All right.
I needed to get at least 8.
Yes. All right. So you have taken out some material from the back, which is very difficult. The main reason it's difficulty 8 is because you're having to remove the metal that it's made of.
Yep.
You install a seat. You're not sure how secure that is. Sitting in it, it may or may not fall off the back of the car.
Is it like one of those side cars for motorcycles that you've just like welded to the side of it?
Welded onto it, sort of? Yeah, there's like a car, there's like this weird extra high chair at the back of it. You couldn't quite cut down deep enough into it to get it set properly.
This thing
So,
is beautifully
The
unsafe.
back seat is like weirdly high.
It's perfect for a dog. Lots of wind in his face.
After, okay. After
You advise
this,
him not to take a corner too hard.
but I still gain a profit.
Yeah, I guess. You gain the extra credit rating. Gain 1.
Take it for a ride. I'll ride with you.
Yeah,
Credit
I'm,
rating
definitely-
score does not go up if that's your asking, but you do regain a point of it.
I'm gonna take it for a drive around a few blocks.
Sure, give me a driving test. Like, depends what you're doing with it, really. Are you pushing it, or are you just like driving it like a lame old
I'm gonna
sedate?
hop onto the freeway and then just gun it.
Sure, give me a driving test. Remember, you can spend points from its pool.
I'll spend 1 point.
Wait,
2
when do
points
they
from the pool.
When do they replenish?
At the end of a chapter of investigation.
2 points from its pool.
That's a
3.
3, eh? You take a corner kind of hard, and that extra seat is sort of listing. You can make me another driving test. You really don't want to fail this one.
I'm gonna burn 2 of the cars driving,
Okay.
and then 1 of my own.
Okay. I will tell you, before you roll, I will tell you that the difficulty is 6.
Another of my own.
Okay.
Haha, 9.
9? Alright, yep. You prevent the car from rolling and exploding in a horrible fireball that would totally kill you.
This thing is a death trap. It's amazing.
It nearly killed me and I love it.
I should have been a race car driver.
I will say with the ad hoc modifications that didn't go so well, its dedicated pool drops to 3. It is not as impressive as it was before. Alright, we can end it here for the session.
I'm gonna be perfectly
This does
safe.
conclude a chapter of the investigation.
Oh,
So you can regain all of your investigative pool points.
Lovely.
As you have solved the murder of Rebecca Taylor. It was done by Robert Bryson. You're not entirely sure how, You have some leads of things you might want to follow up in the future.
General abilities.
Perhaps take some time off from the police force to go do your own private investigating about this weird ass matter.
Just investigative abilities?
Investigative and general.
Oh,
All
sweet.
of them. Except health and stability.
Yep.
Although waiting a few days or whatever,
Actually-
you can regain I think it's a D6 hit points or something.
Okay.
There's some number of hit points
On
you
health or
regain,
stability?
sleeping. Health. Stability doesn't come back out of psychology.
I'm 1 below, so I can just put it up.
Do we get any character points? Or...
Yeah, you can each get 2 build points.
Hey.
Damn it!
You can also, if you wish, shuffle around some of your investigative points if you decide you don't like how your character's playing, or you want to move something around. Within some reason and justification. I don't mind if you rebuild your character and tweak them.
So 2 build points can be applied to either category, or
You can either buy 2 points of general abilities or spend both build points to buy 1 investigative point.
okay.
Because investigative points are usually useful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you enjoying it?
Can I do credit rating?
Yep.
You can buy credit rating, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going up to 7.
Or you can save your build points until you.
You can also save them and spend them later.
I will do that.
I'm
When you get to that point where I say something like, does anyone have art history? And you can go, yes!
Be conservative.